Hi. Welcome. Welcome. I haven't streamed in a week, have I? Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, I was away at the weekend, so I wasn't streaming then, and then I came back on a Tuesday, and obviously, I'm not gonna do a stream after 5 hours of travel. So yeah, I guess this is the first stream back after my little break, where I went down to see my sister, which is a town near Birmingham. I won't be too specific. But it was very nice. I had a nice time. I am feeling refreshed and ready to go with some more streams. We were going to launch in with some more Ace Attorney today, but unfortunately, Itama's a bit ill. So he messaged me earlier to say I'm feeling a bit ill. Do you think we could delay Ace Attorney to maybe Saturday? And I was just like, no worries, take all the time you need. So no Ace Attorney today. Maybe on Saturday. We'll see how Itama's doing. Either way, I hope he recovers soon. We need our Edgeworth in tip-top condition. Yeah, good little break, absolutely. And thank you for the 4 months of tier 1 subscriptions on a 2-month streak, Ben VS. Yeah, thank you so much. This can only be a good and happy, fun time. So, yeah, today we're playing... I hope my voice doesn't crack again. Today we're playing a game called The Corruption Within, which is a first-person point-and-click adventure game from Cosmic Void. Cosmic Void being the developer who created Void Breach. I don't know if any of you remember me playing Void Breach. I played it last year. It was that kind of Sierra-like game that I did in a one-off session. It was a fairly short, experience, but it was very fun. I had a good time with it. I'm looking forward to seeing what has been cooked up with this game. I believe it's in collaboration with another game dev, so but unfortunately I don't remember the name of them. But this is a game that was also on. It was on Kickstarter actually. It was it came up on Kickstarter last year. It was like a short, small amount of funding needed, and I thought I will throw in some money to get this project funded because I like the other game they made. And didn't take too long to put together and finish. So I'm quite excited to play it. It's a pixel art, spooky adventure game, kind of in the style of some of the old sort of McVentures kind of games. but very much his own thing as well. How many more subs until the Simon 3D re-review? I think we're at about 4,000 more. 4,000 more subscribers. Which, it looks quite doable, actually, 4,000. We'll see how things go in the next few months. Maybe we'll have a little boost from one of the videos I'm making, and I've got some really exciting projects lined up video-wise. Curse of Monkey Island, obviously, is the next big project. I'm working on that at the moment. I've been tweeting about it a bit more because I'm writing the script and I have thoughts I need to get out there. I wrote a whole chunk about the finale of the game yesterday. I don't necessarily write my scripts in order. That's something you should know. I don't necessarily write my scripts in order. If I have like an idea of where I want to take a particular section of the script, I will just start writing down notes as soon as they come into my brain, because otherwise I'll forget them. So I had some stuff about the finale that I wanted to write about, and I thought, this finale, I have a lot of thoughts about this, so I wrote them down. And also, hey Pego, how are you doing? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. How are you all today? I'm kind of excited to be back and streaming. Any gamers? I don't know. There might be a gamer around. Zactoplasm, thank you so much for the follow. there might be gamers here. Just be warned. But yeah, the finale of Curse is the weakest part. Yeah. Sorry, well, Monkey Combat's escaped from Monkey Island, but like even Curse of Monkey Island has a pretty weak finale. I would say Curse of Monkey Island kind of just fizzles out, and then has a really awkward explanation for all the plot points that they tried to retcon. It's just like this massive exposition dump from LeChuck that just comes out of nowhere, and then you have this really lackluster last two puzzles of the game that are just kind of slapped together, and you're like, all right. That kind of fizzled out, didn't it? But yeah, feeling kind of blue, but doing all right. We gamers looking at. But anyway, I think we should get into the corruption within. I think it's entirely possible that Cosmic Void might make an appearance. I believe he has attended other streams of the corruption within, and also attended my Void Breach stream last year. So, yeah. Let's wait, was it last year? Was Void Breach 2020? I think it was, wasn't it? I honestly don't remember. Time has no meaning anymore. Let me look this up on my phone before I go, because I need to remember how long ago this was. Turn the volumes down. Void Breach Scarfulu. That should get it to come up on YouTube, I think. Yep, there it is. February 2020. Wow. Okay. That's when I played the other game. So that's like what? Nearly a year and a half. Okay. Time as a concept. By the time be able to sell more clocks. You might be right. The psyop. It's a psyop from the clockmakers. Yeah, I'm gonna launch up Decryption with it now. Let's just get into here. Might have to turn this down slightly, but that's a. Hopefully it works, because there we go. No, I think this. Maybe just put it down slightly. Okay. Lost track of time so bad. Yeah, me. Same for me. Time is just kind of feel like it's being condensed together, in a very odd way. All right. Spoopy synth.
It had been a wonderful week, camping, hiking, and exploring the countryside with my wife and 2 children. We hadn't been able to afford a holiday while the kids were growing up. But finally, between my salary and Steph selling some of her paintings, we'd scrabbled together the funds. With 2 nights to go, we'd planned to spend the afternoon exploring a section of the forest by the lake we hadn't seen yet.
Thought we were playing Phoenix Wright. We are playing Phoenix Wright. It's just that Itamar is feeling a little bit under the weather and he's not available this week. So I thought I might as well sub in a one-off I've been wanting to do for a little while. I thought it's a perfect opportunity for me to just kind of delve into something else real quick. I can still use a stream slot for something else. So, yeah. Yeah.
At dusk, I was collecting things together while Steph and the kids answered the call of nature.
I don't believe the full game is voiced, by the way. I think it's just this intro.
They didn't come back.
Ooh.
I spent hours searching, calling, to no avail. Frantically, I headed towards the only sign of civilization I'd seen. A grand mansion with a mountain behind it and a lake at the front. I'd heard of this new invention called a
Like me.
telephone.
That's my surname.
Whoever owned the mansion was surely rich enough to own one. Or at least have some horses. I scrambled over
Making a lot of
old
assumptions
tree
there,
roots to
dude.
get to the mansion.
Alright.
Rumours and superstitions were rife about this part of the country.
Well, I like the atmosphere.
But I put those down to silly old wives' tales designed to scare children. I reluctantly began to wonder if there was some truth to them. Tales of ghosts and fell beasts didn't bother me. I didn't believe in such things.
Music might be a bit
The
loud.
stories of Edgar Allan Poe were
Might have to turn it down a bit.
entertaining, but
A
nothing
touch.
more. It was the evil people were capable of that worried me.
That's Jeremy, yeah.
I reached the mansion and
Generally.
hoped to find help there. At the very least, someone should be able to aid me in some way. If they couldn't, there was no hope of aid from any other source, unless I found my way back to civilization and the police conducted a full search of the countryside.
Thank you for the tier 1 subscription, Pleasant. 6 months. The Von Kid in the Kitchen Wall dungeon. Oh yeah, that old trope. Can you have nostalgia for something you've never played? I think so. And I think that's kind of the Cosmic Void specialty, as when you look at Void Breach as well, which looks like an 80s Sierra game.
But it would be too late. This mansion was my only hope.
It's a very strange looking mansion. Oh, here we go, we're in. I need to quickly just turn the music down slightly. Doesn't seem to have done much, but alright. Let's have a look at things. Alright, so now there's no voice acting, so we have to read it ourselves. This is an impressive building indeed. It must be a rich family that lives here. Even though it's late, there seems to be some lights on. There seem to be some lights on. Yeah, that's it. So I guess at least someone is still awake. Okay. After a brief moment, a man opened the door. Just what is your business at this ungodly hour, sir? Please, my good man, let me in. My family have gone missing and I need help. Do you have an invitation from a member of the family? What? No, I don't. My family have gone missing, and if you do not have a formal invitation, then I cannot allow you to enter the house. There are no exceptions. I bid you goodbye, sir. He's got those Spock eyebrows. Now what am I going to do? A shrill scream is heard in the distance. Is that Steph? Better go check it out. The scream seems to have come from the southwest. Faith on the Amiga? I see where you get that King was. I'm looking forward to Faith, actually. The full thing. I really want to. I only played the first chapter, and I kind of want to play 2 and 3 together when they're out. When the third one's out, because the second one's already out, isn't it? Anyway, not knowing where I was heading, but following the sound of the screams, I ended up somewhere in the forest. Ooh. Then I beheld a sight that made my blood run cold. There was a man hanged from a tree. I stared at the grisly scene. A young woman approached me. Hi, young woman. Sir, I was sent to find you and give you this invitation. She hands me an invitation card. She is clearly shaken by the sight of the dead man. Give it to the butler and he will let you in. The young lady stares in horror at the hanging man. Do you know who this is? Yes, sir. His name was Paul. He was a footman. I liked him. He was always kind to me, and he was quite a dizzy. A dizzy? I don't know what that means. Despite not having much education. Lady Charlotte heard you at the mansion door talking to Giles and told me to come via the servant's door to the forest and find you. She had seen a woman and 2 children who appeared to be lost. But then I saw Paul here. We must report it to the authorities, my family. Someone has seen my family? She's still staring at the body, unable to tear her eyes away. Shouldn't we cut him down or even bury him? We can't yet. The police need to see the crime scene without any interference. Sure. I suppose so. to rush back. I know it seems cold given the circumstances, but I do not wish to receive punishment for failing in my duties. The punishments can be severe. You still have work at this time? It must be past midnight by now. Family I work for have unusual habits. Lady Dennison suffers with lunacy. She becomes highly agitated during the full moon and often creates havoc, so the family have got into the habit of staying up late to deal with her. Can we die in this game? I don't know. I don't think so. At least not to my knowledge. I see. What about the invitation? I've played the demo before. That's a house rule. Nobody enters without an invitation, even if accompanied by a servant or family member other than Lord Dennison himself. He is alone to himself. I'm sorry, I must really get back now, Paul. Rest in peace. I will come make sure you get a proper burial. The young woman, weeping uncontrollably, runs back into the mansion. I'm left with only the corpse swinging gently on the rope for company. Well then. Looks like he's been here for a long time. The bluish tint of his skin may not be the result of the cold air alone. It's unnatural, like he had some kind of strange disease or ingested some kind of poison. There's some really dense foliage here. I could probably get through it if I had a reason to, but I can't see one right now. Alright, let's have a look around. A few things to bear in mind. Oh, this is meta stuff. This game saves your progress automatically. Text display speed can be changed in the options screen from a regular default option to instant. To return to the main menu, press ESC. To open and close your inventory, press the spacebar or click the middle mouse button. Left click an item from your inventory to hold it in your hand. You can use it on objects in the world by left clicking. To return to your inventory, click the right mouse or open your inventory again. Some objects will require a closer inspection, so don't be shy to interact with them a few times. To move around the world, click around the direction arrows that are shown on the bottom right. Alternatively, you can use the WASD keys. Hotspot indicator can be turned on in the options menu. To replay this tutorial, press H at any time. That's it! This tutorial is finished. Keep on adventuring. Alright. Well, I love stars in old games that look like this. There's just something about them. It's just perfect. The happy days we spent hiking in those mountains already seem so long ago. Not sure what the wheelbarrow has been used for, but it has dark red staining inside. I'm sure that's fine. I fear gardening was not the only use. These people clearly have a jam factory back there. A sturdy-looking shed door. The door won't budge more than a couple of inches. There's an adjustable spanner on the floor, which I can just barely reach. I'll take it. Alright, so I have this wrench now. Can I use this to... It's versatile, but not that versatile. Alright. Advantage environment for many squirrels and other small denizens living here. Mountains look dark, distant, and ominous from this angle, so different to my impression of them this afternoon. So I run straight back to the mansion, not stopping to explore the forest and lakeside area. Have a wait for later, should the need arise. So I believe there is something pretty cool in this game that I think you guys are going to appreciate. But I won't mention what that is until you see it. But trust me when I say, you'll know when you see it. I have an invitation from Lady Charlotte to enter the mansion. Although Lady Charlotte does the most extraordinary things at times, I'm not going to simply take your word for it. You will have to provide proof. Here is my proof. I see. This appears to be an order. I am not aware that Lady Charlotte has left the house tonight, so I suppose she sent a servant to do her bidding. Do come in, sir. I shall take you through to the lounge and fetch her ladyship. Please wait here while I fetch Lady Charlotte. Ooh, sound of whispers come from behind the door. You may leave us now, Giles. Very good, my lady. Lady Charlotte studies me keenly before speaking. She has very piercing eyes. I see you got my invitation. Jolly good. Thank you for your kindness and hospitality, madam. Of course, of course. Do you happen to know something of my family's whereabouts? My wife and 2 young children, 1 boy and 1 girl? Oh, did I see them? I think maybe I did. Okay. You mean you don't know whether you saw them? Yeah, a bit cryptic, isn't it? Aubrey Plaza. She does look a little bit like Aubrey Plaza. I see what you mean. Calling it now she's a vampire? It's possible. Oh yes, now that I think of it, I did. Check the walls. So where are they? Patience, my good man. Patience? I'm desperate to find them. I am feeling woozy. I need to go and lie down. You may search the mansion if you like. I have nothing to hide. Or perhaps I do have something to hide, but I want you to find it. You are a strange woman. Lady Charlotte gives a small and slightly delirious laugh. I don't remember when and where I saw them. I have not been feeling myself lately. A loud bang, followed by a low groaning, is heard from the east. Did you hear that? Your imagination is getting the better of you. This old house is full of strange sounds. That was no random creak created by the wind in an old house. That was someone in pain. Oh, dear heart, are you a writer? We have the most vivid imaginings. As for me, I need a rest. I shall see you later, no doubt. Okay, something spooky's happening. I'm sure I heard something, and I'm sure people around here know more than they're letting on. Time to investigate. I must keep a tight hold on my emotions and remain as objective as I can. My family's future depends on it. I got an achievement for that. Roaring fire hits the room. There's nothing quite like a log fire. Indeed. There's a painting. Oil painting of the lake outside the mansion, I think. Probably by a local artist rather than a famous one. Sure. The lake at nighttime is rather ominous, as I found out in the last few hours. Although in my panic, I barely noticed at the time. There's a gramophone. Has anyone seen the fan art of the Rudaka dressed as the vampire from Resident Evil 8? Yes! I have seen that. I retweeted that. Yeah, Lady Dimitrescu, Rudaka. That was very funny. I like that. I like that art. It was really well done as well. Like, really nice paint over. This is just a Sierra Christmas holiday card. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a bit of inspiration there. Look at all the corruption within here. One of those newfangled gramophone players. Newfangled. We can't afford one ourselves, but this family has the latest technology wonders. I mean, if you think this one looks Sierra, you need to see Void Reach. That one was like totally Sierra, like the classic sort of style and all. Drink cabinet is well stocked with wines and spirits of various vintages. How lovely. What a wonderful sofa. I wish we could afford something like that for our house, or indeed have enough room for it. Maybe one day. Oh, can I move this? There doesn't seem to be anything unusual about the painting, and as far as I can tell, there is nothing behind it. Hello. That is a kind of creepy talk icon. So you're the butler? What's your name? I think we established this is Giles, isn't it? I am indeed, sir. I have been for many years now. I go by the name of Giles. I didn't know butlers were allowed to drink while on duty, but I can smell whiskey on his breath. How long have you worked here? A little more than 2 years, sir. What does score mean again? I can never remember. Is score a decade or something? There's a specific definition of it. I just don't remember off the top of my head. I started out as a stable boy, would you believe? Back when the family still had horses. So they don't have horses then. Of course, I was a mere wee lad back then. Okay. I was gonna say, is he Scottish? A mere wee lad. I was thinking the exact same thing. I was about to say, is he Scottish? I don't really want to attempt a Scottish accent though, because you know what, I'm Northern. I sound close enough. That's what people tell me, at least. People who aren't from the north of England or Scotland. You caught the twang, did you? Answer is yes, but barely. I was a wee bairn when I came to England. I rarely see my Scottish kin. Every now and then, the old language slips out through. Slips out, though. One of the few that have the privilege to use a Scottish accent? I don't know about I'm still English. I'm still British for my sins. Do you have a telephone? Or any horses? He just said he didn't have any horses. He's not paying attention. Alas, no, we have no real means of communication with the outside world. Our family likes being in seclusion. We did have horses, but not for some years now. Do you know anything about the hanging of a man in nearby woods? Gracious me, no sir, I do not. Seem to have yet another death in the area. Yet another death? What do you mean another death? It seems that this is a most unfortunate place, sir. Many deaths over the last few years. Or maybe suspected deaths is a better expression. Possibly just disappearances. I mean, who really knows? What do you know about the deaths? I know nothing at all, and that's what I'll tell anyone. You're not suspicious. He clearly knows something, but he'll never tell me. Have you seen a woman and 2 small children enter the house? I have not. Someone else would have let them in, I suppose, and I find it extremely unlikely. With the few staff we have available, it's not like anyone is looking for extra work. I shall return later, Giles. A rather strange painting of a man, which I believe is in this newfangled style called Impressionism. I don't think it'll stick around. A portrayal of a bat, one of nature's most mysterious mammals. A rather bizarre choice of painting to place in a foyer on account of their unsavory reputation. I like bats. I think bats are cute. Let's go. I'm going to go left. Oh, that's back here. Okay. Alright, let's go right then. Oh, I heard someone come in. I thought it may be Charlotte. I'm afraid not. I'm a visitor looking for my wife and children who have gone missing. I'm so sorry. I have lost children myself. I'd hoped Charlotte had come to play the piano so I could accompany her on the harp. It calms me somewhat. Lady, I am sorry for your loss. It was years ago. Years ago. I am Isabel, by the way. Pleased to meet you. I am Samuel, my lady. Samuel Taylor. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Charlotte, is she here? I hope to play on the harp while she played the piano. It cleanses my soul. She plays very well. But she's not here. I will go. Alright. I think she's so caught up in her own grief that the fact my own family is missing didn't even register with her. Bit of an odd fish, really, but I suppose it's understandable. I don't know why would you call her a fish? Maybe it's an expression. I would assume. It's the likely explanation. According to a tiny plaque, this painting is called The Purple Rose of Cairo, artist unknown. Interesting. Our statue is huge, almost twice the height of a man. I presume, given its location, that this statue is of a famous composer, but it's not one I recognize. Maybe someone local or even a family member. Interesting. A grand piano sits at one side of the room. I can play simple melodies if I have the sheet music in front of me. I need to have no head for remembering them, as some people can. I've rarely heard the instrument played, but I'm told it creates very beautiful melodies when in the hands of a skilled harpist. The protagonist called Samuel? Yes, apparently Samuel Taylor. There are many odd fish of the 1860s just walking around. Especially in that town called Innsmouth. Very bizarre place. Chairs! A seating area for family members to be entertained by those with talent in music. It's a dreadful night. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Is it a bear or a wolf? I think it's a bear. I've never understood why people hunt animals and put their stuffed heads up on the wall for people to gawk at. What a sad end for such a majestic creature. Doesn't clear up what it is. This bookcase is dedicated to books for children. Cool. That's a big lantern. That's the size of that thing. That's a hefty boy. I'm going to carry a bulky oil lamp around for no reason. Besides, someone else might need it. I'm actually quite good at billiards when I get a chance to play. Unsurprising, I suppose, considering an eye for angles and distances is important to my job as an architect. Oh, he's an architect, is he? You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars. Yeah. There's no time to practice my potting and caroming skills? I don't know that word. But I don't doubt that there is a word for it. As Gaston says. A selection of popular novels, including works by Dickens, Thackeray, Trollope, the Bronte sisters, and others. I can hear the clock strike 1. There is some statues of ladies here. My knowledge of Greek mythology is limited, but I would say that these unclad ladies are nymphs. Fair enough. The one on the far end is holding a cluster of grapes. This one looks conspicuously more movable than the others. The bronze feels smooth to the touch. Okay. What a lovely way to relax this must be. This one can be pushed? Okay. I'm just touching them all now. Yeah, don't make it weird, Samuel. Alright, this is a dining room. I've always found taxidermy animals rather upsetting, as if we were making a celebration of death rather than life. I'm not a personal fan of it myself either, but, you know. The family is certainly fond of this area, not only living here, but filling their home with paintings of the locality. Perhaps an indication that they have made this small part of England their entire world. Don't make this too weird. Too late. Too late. Samuel has already felt up all the statues. Hold on, my cushion has been displaced. There we go. Like they just walk in and catch him, just stroking them. I'm like, all right, get out the house now. You're done. This cabinet must hold all the cutlery. Cool. A Welsh dresser. Plates, bowls, and other crockery are stored here. Dining table and accompanying chairs are surprisingly austere considering how grand the mansion is. Clearly they take a rather pragmatic attitude towards food. Ooh, this is an interesting looking door. Look at the painting first though. A landscape oil painting adorns the wall. From the local area, I would say, judging by the very identifiable plant. There's a door at the top of the stairs. Can I get in? No one answers my knocking. However, I hear footsteps on the other side and someone's breathing. Generally, they do that. What do these stairs lead to? Let's find out. Ah, it's you. Hello, miss. Hello to you too, sir. I'm Francesca, the kitchen maid. And parlour maid too, since we hardly have any maids left. Oh, she's got like a... probably like a sort of Cockney voice. I recognise your voice. You were in the forest by the man that hanged. I was told to go and find you, sir. It wasn't my idea. I do what I'm told. Obedience is sometimes rewarded, but disobedience is always punished. What happened to the other maids? I was told they all went away for personal reasons, but I fear something terrible happened to them. People acting strange, terrible noises at night. I can't say nothing more, sir. Hey, Dragon Gap. What do you think of the family you work for? They have always been eccentric but kind, sir. Though in recent years there is more eccentricity and less kindness. Kindness. Not much of an accent person, but I try my best. How long have you worked here? 17 years, sir. I was brought here when I was 10. I was an orphan with no one to care for me. A kid with dead foreign parents living on the streets of London. Until Lady Isabel was kind enough to bring me here. How can you tell me of the other staff? I like Molly and Gary. I steer clear of Giles when he's up on the pole. He can get a bit handsy, if you know what I mean. Oh, Giles, no. Penelope, poor thing. Completely lost her mind when the children died. Sure, that's not at all an ominous and worrying thing to say. Is there any truth to the tales of fell creatures roaming this part of the country? All that I've ever seen, sir, though I have heard terrible noises. What kind of noises? Howling of anguish, it seems to me sometimes. Whether human or animal, I do not truly know. Though my heart tells me that they are human. That's terrible. Have you told anyone else of this? I quickly learned to keep my mouth shut, sir. People told me I was a silly girl to say such things. I shall speak with you later. Yeah, good luck with that. Very always is. Ah, yes. It's just someone in a fursuit roaming the forest. You know. It happens. I ain't got any qualms with that. It's poor Ellen. I didn't read that out, did I? I gotta save the bottle, even if it is nearly finished. Certainly not without asking the kitchen maid first. Can I have this? I have that bottle of whiskey since there's not much left in it. That's only leftovers, but it was still given to the servants in kindness. You ain't having it for nothing. Alright. Ornamental bowl containing grapes. Presumably it gets put out when the family wants it. but otherwise kept out of the way, or maybe the servants get to eat the grapes once they look less appetizing. Very basic crockery, supposedly for the servants to use. What items do I have so far? Just a wrench. Or a spanner, I suppose. Monkey wrench. Handy implement for chasing away rodents. No rodents nearby are chased away. Alright. The oven is equipped with a gas cooker by the look of it. I wonder if normal folk will ever be able to afford these. Oh, I don't know, dude. Seems a bit luxurious, doesn't it? I have no idea how anyone could reach these pots. Maybe they have a ladder or a hook on a long pole. Pretty much a stale part of our diet, potatoes. Makes me shudder to think how terrible the average potato farmer must have been. Okay. Just getting a better idea of the time frame there. Oh, bots, look at that. Hold on, let me just... There we are. Bots removed. So I can go... Oh, actually, what's this first? These look like Lady Henniker apples to me, so probably used for cooking rather than eating raw. Although some do like the sharp taste. Be gone, bot! Oh, hello. Were you, child? Begging your pardon, lordship, I'm Molly. What work do you do here? I'm a scullery maid, your lordship, though I clean the bedchambers too. How long have you been working here? Since I was a child, your lordship. I am not too certain of my age. When I was brought here, I don't remember my parents very much. But Lord and Lady Dennison were kind enough to take me in and give me a job, food and lodgings. What do you think of the family you work for? Hold on. Please don't ask me such things, your lordship. I would have no home without the family's kindness, but... Oh, please, do not ask me this. Please, if you know something important about the family in this mansion, you must tell me. I'm sorry, I cannot tell you anything more. She seems to know something, but is too scared to tell me. Whether it's being scared of losing her job or something more, I cannot tell. We already asked this question, but well. Alas, no, your lordship, the family like being in seclusion. We did have horses, but not for some years now. What did you do to them? My wife and children are missing. Have you perchance seen them? It saddens me to say I have not, your lordship. What do you know of the dead man hanging in the forest? A dead man in the forest? How horrible, but I know nothing of this, your lordship. I'll take my leave of you now, child. Quick check reveals these pots contain spices and biscuits. Various cleaning implements are kept here, I presume. These must be murder to get clean. Murder, huh? I hear scullery maids are expected to rub sand into them with their bare hands. God, that does not sound fun. Running water is essential to keeping everything clean. Yes, that is true. Factually. I've seen a grand chandelier before. It must be the equal of those that light the fine palaces in Europe. Oh, I don't know about that. Floor mat has been well chosen to have sympathetic colours to the wooden floorboards. Grandfather clock always adds an air of elegance to a foyer. I personally prefer the casing to be stained or varnished rather than painted, but I can't deny this clock looks rather distinguished. It's not often you see a blue grandfather clock. In my rush to get back to the mansion earlier, I didn't explore the area outside. I should scour for clues. Alright, let's go clue hunting. Ooh. The water over there looks extremely deep. If it contains any secrets, I suspect they will remain secret. At the top of the pillar, there is a set of runes, so I'm not sure what language they are. The runes are not simply carved into the stone. Each one is separately embossed. I can push them down, but nothing happens. Okay, we'll have to come back to that. Tree sits imposingly on the bank of the flat lake. Firmly anchored by its deep root system. The rocks seemingly defying gravity at the surface of the water. The ground rises and falls sharply around it, leaving just enough for the rock to sit on. Isrog appears to have been placed here. I can't be sure if it was entirely an aesthetic decision or if there is some other reason for it. Rock is heavy. I have no reason to push it around. Alright. The moon appears from here, bright, bold, and commanding. Oh, wow. Oh, there's something shiny out there. Every so often I think I can see something shiny, but it's probably just a reflection. His wagon is a strange size, but it looks a little small for a horse, but large for a human to pull. I'm sure there's if I had a good enough reason to pull. Sorry. I'm sure if I had a good enough reason, I could move it easily enough. I went from there to there. Perhaps it was designed for smaller animals like ponies to pull. Okay. Oh, an interesting little cottage. Every so often I can see a metallic glint when the moonlight shines from the fern. What's in there? Reaching into the undergrowth, I find a bad but perfectly serviceable fathead screwdriver. I like the music. The roof looks like it's seen better days. For instance, Fridays, Saturdays. Those are better days. The door looks to be the sturdiest part of the building. Everything looks like it may fall apart at a moment's notice. There's no point trying to get in. This place has been clearly abandoned for several years. And I can see no indication that anyone has been inside during that time. Alright then. I won't go in. Music is giving you Fable vibes, like the RPG Fable or the old adventure game Fable. Because technically there are two Fables, although to be fair, most people aren't talking about the adventure game one. But it looks like you know about it. Respect. I respect anybody who knows of the existence of the other Fable. The ostler and stable boy would have entered this way. These were evidently where the horses were let out of. Yeah. There's a piece of steel wire sticking out of the crumbling mortar here. Kako Cam! Hell yeah! Ride the iron ball. Nice to see ya. It's Kako Cam time. I'm going to be streaming Doom at some point. I just need to get around to it. I'm doing Thief next as my major playthrough, but Doom is coming as well. All of them. I'm going to do all of the Dooms at some point. So cute. I love my little plushy Kako. Okay. Can I get that steel wire? Could beat the first game in one stream. Maybe. I could probably get pretty far in it. I know I've beaten it on my Switch. Probably would take about 3 hours. The music as well with the Kako came on screen. I didn't even notice that. I can't quite get the steel wire out with my bare hands, but can I use... Is this got like an adjustable sort of vice in it? We'll find out, won't we? After bashing a bit of the mortar, I'm able to pull out the wire quite easily. Well, that wasn't what I was attempting to do, but either way, it solved the puzzle. So now we have a bit of piece of steel wire. Oh, nice. The stable door seems to have been damaged and warped by fire. I can see the remains of the horses inside. Ah! So that's what happened to the horses. Thank you for the hydration. Solid opinion. I'll hydrate. How's it going so far? Going good. I'm just exploring these spooky mansion grounds. Oops. Ah! Didn't want to go there. Okay. I'm just trying to see what I can... Okay, yeah, I'm still there. I wonder... Don't budge any further. Anything I can... I don't know if that'll... Steel wire? Probably not. Oh, yeah. Dead horse joke. Right. I think we've explored everything out here now, haven't we? So let's go back in here. Oh, what's this? I didn't even see that before. There's a long thin pipe coiled up here. Must have been used to top up the pool at some point. Seems to be surplus to requirements. I've taken the rubber hose. Got ourselves some rubber hose. A nice variety of tools we've amassed so far. Yeah, this is the stage of the adventure game where you just kind of go around places and just take everything you can. Securely locked. Seems the lock is new with some evidence of damage repaired. Perhaps there was a thief in the house. Oh yeah, well, guess what? Maybe I can do it. Oh, maybe not. Well, that was a breathing noise, wasn't it? I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. I'm trying to see if I can use it to lockpick. Doesn't work, okay. Well, clearly we can trade something for this whiskey. I'm not sure why I would want to, but I'm not sure what's in this barrel. Perhaps it's simply used as a makeshift table. Perhaps. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, in the corridor doesn't go anywhere else. Let's see. Where do we want to be to start with then? Can we go up the stairs at all? Do you know much about this mansion? It's a very old building, built on the ancient ruins of a Roman villa. If you can find him and he's a talkative mook, Lord Dennison knows much more than I, or indeed anyone else, does. Since you can't be carrying the shooty bang bangs tomorrow, I've got a lovely couple cans of Copperberg tonight. Make myself feel sophisticated. Copperberg is a good cider, yeah. Shame you won't be available for Unreal Tournament tomorrow, though. I'm quite excited to give that a go with other people. Nothing truly spooky has happened yet. Well, we found someone who's been hanged outside, but that's about it. Can you tell me anything of the Dennison family? The Dennison family has a noble heritage dating back to Edward III's reign and have lived in this area since Charles I was on the throne. The current Lord and Lady are very traditional in their views. Other family members, less so. Anything you can tell me about the other servants? What can I say? Gary is amiable but dim. Francesca is doing her best to be a cook. Molly is a sweet girl who deserves better than this place, and Penelope lost her mind when the children died. Don't ask me more about them. Alright. I would have thought a mansion this size would have many staff, not just 5. More traditional views. Ah, racist, got it. That's usually code for that, isn't it? I just streamed some odd point and clicks myself one day. I played some Darkside Detective. That's one I want to get around to. It's on my list of games I want to stream. So I'm sure I'll get around to it at some point. I mean, obviously I've got Ace Attorney on the go at the moment with Itamar, but once that's done, I'm going to be moving on to Broken Sword 3. Maybe the Darkside Detective after that. Obviously, it's like, these take a long time to get through, so it's just kind of, I'm thinking ahead, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. You'd be right, and we had about 20 staff here once, but so many have died over the years and not been replaced. I shall return later. Goodbye. Trying to see. If I had some sheet music that wasn't so complicated, I could play it. It's cold. Clearly whatever fire normally heats this is not burning right now. That's understandable given that this is the middle of the night. Yet I'm starting to feel that nothing would surprise me in this place. Yeah, this guy does inappropriately touch the servants, doesn't he? That was alluded to. Yeah, he's kind of a jerk. I say kind of. Very much so. I wonder if there's anything else in the house we can do right now. There's probably something else out here. There's nothing else out here either. Signs of fire damage. think I don't know what this is. I won't be able to stay down there for long enough to have a good look without some kind of breathing apparatus. Ooh. I wonder if we have to make one. Because part of me is thinking like maybe the bottle with the garden hose. You never know. I don't know why that would make sense, but actually, hold on. Where's that door? Maybe there's a way I can get through here. Time to call Guybrush. It's not going to work. No? Okay. Break down the door. No. French game logic, as per usual. I feel like I want to be through here, but I'm not sure why. You got anything else to say? No. You got anything else to say? No. Okay. What's that? Pot of cold gravy. Possibly waiting to be reheated, though I doubt the family would be very impressed by that idea. Yeah. I think down the back of this sofa. What about this one? Exposure, I'm not keen on the colour. Excuse me. Not in an indoor setting anyway. Green's the wallpaper of nature, not of man. I found a coin down the back of the sofa. What a stroke of good fortune. Since Lady Charlotte was someone helpful, I think I'll keep this, as I suspect it will be more useful than she was. Well then, we have a single threepenny. I think we might be able to trade that for... Aha. I can give this coin as payment for that unfinished bottle of whiskey. Threepence? Well, not to be sniffed at considering my paltry wages. It's a deal. Take it. It's only now that I realise they left my wallet at the campsite. I shall speak with you later. Well, I've taken the bottle of whiskey. I wonder. Oh, you can't combine stuff in the inventory. Okay. So now we have the whiskey, I guess. I don't know why we need it. Unless he wants the whiskey. You're a rat in a granola bar. That's exactly it. Perhaps I should wait to start a conversation before I contemplate showing this item. Doesn't have any conversation about it, though. I would no doubt only manage to make a horrible noise with it. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's the lamp. Oh, I thought it was the head for a moment there. Pass the whiskey. Pass the whiskey indeed. These rocks shutting out the water make me feel uneasy. Like, they feel like they shouldn't be there. Even though it's not far from the shore, I don't think I should risk trying to jump onto it. See, I can't think of any benefit of doing it. And it's glistening with a sheen of water. One slip and a bump on my head, and that would be the end of me. Water's no laughing matter. This would be a good way to keep one end of the hose above the water, but there needs to be something attached to the hose to the wheel. Maybe a piece of steel wire. I can now attach them into the wheel with this wire. Aha! We are making progress. I hash one end of the hose of the wheel and breathe through the other end. Excuse me. And as if I had a good enough reason to dive in, which right now I don't. Are you sure? Even though I put together a crude breathing apparatus, I don't have a good enough reason to try something as risky as diving in the lake. But we see a shiny! See a shiny thing! Drink some whiskey, then you'll feel up to it. I think I've approached a puzzle before I needed to. Oh well. Actually, tell you what. Let's go. Is there anything we can find on this guy? Perhaps not. I think we need to get in here as well, but how do we do that? Screwdriver? That's not quite right. Okay. Wrench? Can't use the spanner with that. Okay. And I don't think the whiskey will work either. Cut his stomach. Must be something in here that I need to do, I think. Give the hanging man some whiskey. Could use it. Yeah. It's probably right. So the Spoopy game? It's a game I backed on Kickstarter. One that I've been wanting to get a one-off in on for a while, so yeah. How you doing, Clon? Why do I need whiskey? That's the question. I've done a few things and I'm like, why do I need to do this? Must be missing something. Brass plate bearing the message, a gift from the Earl of Sussex. It's held in place by 4 screws. I'll take it then. Better not do that while the butler can see me. Hydration. Good idea. Thank you so much, Clark. Look behind you, a 3-headed something. Grand stairway befitting of such an opulent mansion. As I have to go upstairs, Giles blocks my way. I'm sorry, sir, but I can't allow you to go upstairs while some family members are in bed. But Lady Charlotte told me I could go anywhere in the house. Sir, I'm afraid it would be improprietous of me to do it. Yeah. Improprietous of me, I cannot allow it. Yeah. I have some whiskey if you're interested. It's a mere snifter, but it's from a good distillery. Yes, I'll take it. I'll go and enjoy this somewhere private. I won't ask where you got this from. Just what did happen to the horses? The stable appears to have fire damage. It was a tragedy, but out of respect for the family, I cannot go into details. Out of respect for Lady Denison in particular, poor Jason. A groom and Jack the stable boy lost their lives trying to save the horses. Sadly, none survive. Yeah, very easy to bribe. What did Lady Denison do? She and Jason were having golly shangles again. What does that mean? They argued a lot about the state of the empire and things got out of hand. A lamp got knocked over and the family hushed it all up, of course. Sure. Did Lady Denison argue with many of the staff? Oh, she argues with everyone. She has to put it politely, a touch of lunacy about her. It's been getting worse these past few years. She mostly stays in her bedroom now. Everyone's happier that way. Damn. No love lost for her then. Try to test it. Take this alcohol now. Give me free reign. Yep. But what we can do is we can grab this. Gently, I unscrew the metal plate from the clock. Inside a small pocket is a sheet of very old paper with a diary entry on it. The last page is signed by Samuel Pepys. Does the family even know of its existence? Decision time. Oh my goodness. When you get back to civilization, what will you do with the paper, which seems to be a missing page of Samuel Pepys' famous diary? I sent it to a museum anonymously. Your decision has been recorded. How mysterious. Furniture blocks the way to the left. Alright. This door is locked. A mountain at nighttime, very moody. Possibly a local mountain. Sir, I must tell you something. What is it? Or rather, I must show you something. Please meet me in the lounge as soon as you can. Okay, then I will meet you in the lounge. Oops. There we go. What was it you wanted to show me? Not here. I need to go back to where Paul is. He's hanging in the forest. Ugh. I don't know if I could trust you, but I've been observing your actions. You genuinely seem to be focused on finding your lost family and stealing diary pages from our clock. I didn't know if you were simply another one of Lady Charlotte's gentleman friends playing some sort of roleplay. I can assure you most definitely I am not. I only want to find my wife and children. Sir, my friend Paul is obviously the victim of some evil. He will not be the last unless someone puts a stop to it. Fortunately, the police have little interest in coming out here. We're many miles of tough terrain away from the nearest police station, and since the horses died, we have no real way of contacting the outside world. You seem like an honest and intelligent man. I beg you to help me find out what's happening and stop it. I promise you that I will do what I can, but my priority is to find my family. Sir, I believe they're in danger from the same evil. I don't know whom I can trust at the moment, other than Molly. As for the family, Lord Charles was questioned at length by police after his children died. The family has always claimed both deaths were tragic accidents. Maybe they were. Lady Denison is not of sound mind, and Lord Denison is, well, an enigma. Charles is too fond of his whiskey, and who knows what he might do under the influence, and Gary is a good man at heart, but simple of head and maybe manipulated. Who knows what any of them are capable of? Until you came here, I felt there was no hope. But if you felt something evil was going on, even if the police would do nothing, why did you not leave yourself? Surely you don't feel safe here. I ain't nowhere I could go, really. Being an uneducated orphan and all, we're practically prisoners here, miles from the nearest town. We'd have to get there on foot. Francesca's manner of speech is becoming more like the street language she grew up with. Perhaps it's because of the emotional stress she's under or due to her feeling more comfortable in my presence. Now that she's decided I can be trusted. But that's not the only reason. I had a friend once, one of the other kitchen maids. We came to the mansion within a couple of weeks of each other. Maisie, her name was. I became fast friends almost straight away. But we started to grow suspicious, Maisie even more so than me. She decided to run away. Wanted me to come with her, she did, but I was too scared of going back on the streets as a beggar, so I stayed here. She did go, but she never wrote. She promised faithfully to write, but never did. I'm convinced something happened to her. There could be a number of reasons why she didn't write. Not Maisie. She always found a way, she did. Walking across the hills for hundreds of miles was no problem for her. She was as fit as a fiddle. Something was done to her, something horrible. Maybe not only her, but I ain't got no proof. And then there's the noises, awful noises like people in pain, dull, muffled noises. Sometimes in the house, sometimes over here. Francesca points out a path hidden behind some undergrowth, then leads me to a rock face at the end of the path. I believe that someone at the mansion is a part of the heinous plot. The servants are discouraged from coming out here, but since Maisie left, I've made sure to find out as much as I could without getting caught. This may be important to your efforts to save your family. I believe they may be caught up in this same despicable intrigue. Must get back, but I wish you success. Alright, we're doing this now, but I want to explore the house first, so... My lordship, I've been trying to find you. You must be absolutely exhausted, and I expect you have walked many miles in your search. My goodness. Please, let me get you something to eat and drink. I suddenly realize how tired and hungry I am. Perhaps a quick snack and drink would reinvigorate me. You are very kind. I would be grateful for whatever you could spare. Please come with me, your lordship. I'm afraid I haven't had much heated up for you, your lordship. Yeah, this seems a little bit suspicious to me. I agree. I have some trout, potatoes, and carrots. This trout is delicious. Is it from the lake outside? Yes, your lordship. Lord Charles is a keen fisherman. He really hates it when Lady Charlotte takes a swim. He says it scares off the fish. I can imagine. Not as much as he hates it when she swims naked, of course. Yes, quite. Despite the conversation taking such a strange turn, I feel most refreshed and energized. I am ready to continue my search. You know, she likes a bit of skinny dipping. That's her deal, you know. I can't judge. I hate working through the nights during the full moon. Gary seems to enjoy it though. I don't know that he ever sleeps. I think he'll be by the stables, probably pretending one of the horses is still alive. Cool. Alright, I want to go... Who's this then? He's a werewolf! This is the famous explorer Stephen Dunn. He made his name investigating the ruins in Egypt and Abyssinia. He later became obsessed with the fate of Atlantis. Haha. The artist signed his name as Kippensoap. Must be Dutch. It's a classroom. A book about geometry and trigonometry. A book about botany, open to a page with flowers that look just like the ones I've seen by the lake, but none of the varieties mentioned are purple. Even though it's interesting, I'm not about to steal a child's schoolbook. Wuss. The blackboard contains an eclectic mix of mathematical examples, including the quadratic equation. If these were for young children, they must have been prodigies, or their teacher was unrealistic. A topographical map of Great Britain and Ireland. His desk is very similar to the desk at the public school I went to, functional and slightly soul-destroying. Can be like that. Alright. Oh, it's still from children. This painting is called A Woman from the New World. It appears to be ever so slightly askew. I wonder. What? Who's there? Whoa, there's somebody in the walls! Someone was watching me. Whoever they were, they're gone now. Now, I think there's something cool in this room that you guys might. Thank you for the 200 bits, Gaming Dark Dragon. Boo! I think it's this room, I believe, from what I've seen. So, just see if you can spot something a little bit familiar. Who's that? Who is it? I don't know who that is. It's just some random guy. I can't make up my mind as to whether this teddy bear is adorable or terrifying. Alright, let's examine it. I've got to examine it. A Peddler of Scarves by Connor Mountain. The man in the painting is roguishly wearing his scarf across his shoulders. Sounds like a weird guy. I don't know. I don't trust him. Musical box with a picture of a mountain on the lid. Yeah, that was part of the Kickstarter reward I went for. Wear a scarf. Roguishly wearing scarf across the shoulders. I don't know who would do that. Who would do such a thing? I'm a dead boy in this universe, yeah. You know, it happens sometimes. Fortunately, the music won't play since there's no handle to crank. Can I use this as a crank? I have no reason to think about the musical box just yet. Okay. But it looks old, but isn't showing signs of having been used recently. Apparently, it's nicely ornamental and going with the colour scheme of the room, but that scheme makes the whole room feel colder. I wonder how long this plaything has been sitting here unused. William and then Sophie had one similar to this. There was also a ball which is covered with dust. An empty goldfish bowl. Did it hold fish in the past? Of course, I get the creepy child room. A simple and convenient place to store clothes. The drawers are empty with the exception of a nail file. Ooh, they're always good items to get. But yeah, that was the thing I wanted to show you guys, obviously. I'm in this game, it's me! I wonder if the damage not being repaired is due to the house being so far away from anyone, or due to negligence. Who knows? Okay, that was part of the Kickstarter thing. I donated at a tier where you could get your face on a painting. This is another person who donated that tier, and that's another person who donated to that tier. So that's what the paintings deals are. A nail file. Where can we use that then? Isabel is sitting sobbing on the stairwell. Isabel, what's wrong? Charlotte has lost her sheet music. The tune we always play together. She was so angry, though not at me, I think. Music seems to make her happy too, though she always disappears afterwards. As the painting starts moving. Yeah, I'm just trapped in the painting. Yeah, that must be it. If I find it, I'll let you know. Is there anything else I can do for you? Do you deserve more subscribers? I appreciate that. Yeah. The way you can help is by sharing my videos. That's all I can say. You want me to have more subscribers? Give them a share. Share them on Reddit or a Discord server or Twitter. I'm 4,000 away from 50,000 now, so, and it seems achievable. I'm feeling confident about reaching that. Poetry helps calm me down too, but the collection by Wordsworth that I love has been misplaced too. It wasn't in the games room when I looked. Okay, I'll see if I can find it. Desperate as my plight is, I can't bring myself to barge past this distraught lady, so we can't get past her like her until we find the book. Got it. Okay. I can just faintly detect a hollow in the rock face. The inside of the hollow is covered in moss. The moss moves away easily, and I can't quite see what's behind it, but I feel the shape of a handle and a keyhole. Okay. Maybe I can file this. I'll accomplish nothing. Well, okay. Can I can't go in there yet. Oh, hello. Hello, my good man. Who are you? Hello, mister. My name's Gary. What do you do here? I am the first footman, mister. How many footmen are there? Just one now. I'm still the first. Can you tell me about the other staff? Well, Giles is a buffoon and likes his drink too much. Molly is a nice enough girl, and Franny is a bitter raspberry, if you know what I mean. I do not. But do not let her catch you looking at her... What? At her Tora Lurals? Or you will be in for some mouth pie. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, sir. How very improper. Does he have no manners? Or maybe I have an idea what he's talking about. Anything you can tell me about the family who employ you? Yeah, quite... Probably talking about, boobs. Booba. On account of my father, his lordship has kept me on. Very kind of him. Please do not ask me about the ladies Edith and Charlotte. They think I am like dirt beneath their expensive shoes. Alright, buddy, you got some nice cheekbones. I can tell you that much. Anything can tidy up the mansion? Ah, yes, I can. Many secrets this mansion has. Okay. Speaking a bit like Yoda there. Including one of great interest to me personally. Meet me in the dining room later and I'll tell you about it. Do I really want to meet you in a dining room? Do you know what happened to the horses? Yes, burnt alive they were, poor things. Edith started a fire, not that she meant to. People stay away from the stable, so I go there a lot to be alone. Good sir, my family have gone missing. Have you by any chance seen them? I'm afraid I have not. I am sorry. Do you know anything about the man found hanged in the forest? Mister, all sorts of terrible things go on here. But I'm always told to keep quiet. Do not listen to Gary. He is simple, they say. What sort of terrible things? People vanish. Screaming, crying, people in much pain, but nobody ever listens to Gary. Who tells you to keep quiet? The rich folks, mainly. They think I'm a wooden spoon who makes up stories. You do have a very strange way of putting things, to be fair. And a very thick neck. Alright then. Where's the... Oh, you're here now. Why are you sleeping here, child? I sleep wherever I can find a space not being used, your lordship. Hopefully by the embers of a fire to keep out the chill a little. Poor thing. I know servants often don't have much of a life, but this sounds worse than usual. Do you know anything of your own family, your parents? As you can see, your lordship, I am a half-caste. Okay, that's definitely a dated term, but I guess it would have been used at this time. I am led to believe that my father was an English nobleman and my mother was an African slave woman. I do not know anything beyond this. I'll take my leave of you now, child. Is there anything in here now that she's gone? Okay, let's go to the dining room then. Actually, maybe I can't meet him here yet. Right. Door is locked. Can I get in? Maybe the screwdriver. Reversible screws are not about to jimmy the door open. Alright. I don't think I've missed anything in here, have I? I think I have everything in this room. The room with my face. I don't know this stuff years ago when I started training to be an architect. Okay. I have no reason to wipe out the lesson on the board. Oh, can I look at individual ones? The last novel ever written by Charles Dickens, The Mystery of Edwin Drood. Never read that one. I have 2 recent books by one of my favourite authors, Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Into the Sea and Around the Moon. Despite my level of literature, I have far more pressing concerns to attend to. Quite. Anything on these statues I can mess with? Where do I want to be? That's the question. I know I want to try and get in here at some point, but I don't think I have the means to do it yet. This here, shape of a handle and a keyhole. I don't have a key. Doesn't work. Accomplish nothing. Okay. It's very dark here, apparently. I'm trying to see if there's any other conversation that needs to be had. Still doesn't want me to go in here yet. Ooh, hold on. Purple. Oh, goodness. Purple plants. Depending on the situation, you find yourself fascinated by this plant and think about it. I think about taking a sample for when you managed to find your family and return home. Give it to the botanical gardens to be studied. I was not expecting to have to make a choice there. Actually, hold on. Can I use the nail file on this? Can't file that. I don't know where to go right now. I don't think any of this is relevant, honestly. So where do I need to be? Like that? Can I do that before? See, that looks very comfy, yet there is no time to sit and dawdle. I must find Steph and the kids. Boss music plays. Not sure where to go right now. Is there anything I've missed in here? I have no use for an empty fishbowl. Apparently not. I don't know why I did that. I'm not sure right now to go right now. So we need, okay, so we need to, in order to get up here, we need to get, like, the book that she's missing. Poetry book, I think it was. Where could it be? Certainly not on any of the shelves. Is it even in the house? Actually, hold on. Let me talk to her. Nope, she's got nothing else to say. How do I file these? What is the reason for this? Just throwing stuff at the wall at the moment to see what sticks. Must be something outside, because I can't think of anything else in here. I just put my file and say, well, you gotta try sometimes, haven't you? Well, yeah, I'm gonna meet him at some point, I think. Give it to Bear Whiskey. I don't have the whiskey anymore, unfortunately. File a tree. File the rope. There's nothing that I can do there. Don't want Borge any further. I can't file it. How do we get in there? Large chat in the middle of the forest. I'll trace the location. It's bigger than I'd expect. Maybe a converted barn? Feels old but structurally sound. Don't do me any good. What am I missing? What am I missing out here? If anything. I just can't like the colour green, but this armchair also seems oddly out of place. The rest of the foyer is set quite symmetrically. It may not be of particular significance, but it's highly noticeable for someone in my line of work. Comfortable looking armchair, and I guess some visitors are asked to wait in the foyer for a long time if they need seats. This door's locked. Can we do anything? No. Hello? Let's see if there's anything here that I've missed. Gaslit chandelier. His family must be extremely affluent. I've seen chandeliers in some of the grand houses I've worked in, but never have I seen gas lighting in a house before. Let's see now. Let's turn that off. Doesn't be anything unusual about the painting. As far as I can see, there's nothing behind it. I am a little bit confused. I can get the nail file through the hole in the side of the box, but I can't get enough purchase to turn the gears around. Won't do me any good. Okay, so that's something we do need to do at some point. Okay. That's progress, I think. Is there must be a point to this room. There must be something here that's important. There's a book of poetry on the small shelf under the desk. Ah, here we go. I think this is the book Isabel is looking for. I'll take it for her. Yes. That's what I was looking for. Here, I think this is the poetry book you wanted. Oh, thank you. I'll go to the music room to read it. It calms me. Goodbye for now, Isabel. Another portrait. I made it to the second floor. If my family is somewhere in this house, it must be here then. Painting of an American frontiersman AGG and his loyal chinchilla, Fluffy. Okay. I think that might be Adventure Game Geek. He's a YouTuber who does a lot of adventure game content. Hello, Paladin Jix. His painting looks oddly oriental. A lifeless corpse walking about, lavishly dressed, strikingly macabre. Oh, hi. Just what in blazes are you doing in our room? Well, what have you got to say for yourself, man? Oh my goodness. Sorry to intrude on you, sir. I meant no disrespect. I was invited to your home. The impertinence. Oh, I suppose you're another one of my aunt's friends. 2 doors down is the one you want. You misunderstand me, sir. My family have disappeared and I am searching for them. Well, I do not find them here. Nor have I seen or heard from them. Might I inquire as to your identity? I am Charles, son of Lord Dennison and husband of Isabel. Heir to this mansion one day, for what it's worth. Met your wife earlier, sir. I'm so sorry to hear you lost your children. Why would you just bring that up? Yes, awful business, awful. Poor Izzy has never come close to recovering, as you probably realized when you spoke to her. How did your children die? Terrible accidents, both of them. You don't seem too bothered about it. Hey, Cosmic Void! Sorry you missed the start. Have I seen the portrait? Yes, I have! Yes, I did. I saw it, Cosmic Void. Nice to see you. Cosmic Void is the creator of this game. He's in the chat right now. What can you tell me of the staff here? We don't have enough servants, really. Which But you must take what you can get these days. The servants we have are unremarkable but seem loyal. Did you have more servants in years gone by? Indeed we did, but it's difficult to keep good staff these days. We're so far away from everything here, you see. There is safety and distance. I understand you enjoy fishing. Yes, indeed I do. It helps me relax to no end. I'm afraid I do have a rather short fuse sometimes. It's fortunate you have your own lake to fish in. One of the best things about this mansion. I thought living here would bring me peace, but it seems to have caused me ceaseless unease instead. What is it about the mansion that makes you uneasy? Honestly, I could not say. It began even before my sons, Jonathan and Arthur, died, leaving me without an heir. What happened to your sons? I do not wish to talk about it. The memories are too painful. I will be on my way now, good sir. That's a dog. Dalmatian looking pleadingly at the viewer. A sort of painting adored by many dog lovers, the plaque reads, Portrait of Vashti, the best dog anyone ever had. Too bad I dressed her with a mirror. Since losing her children, I would hazard a guess that Isabel sees sad eyes looking back at her every time she looks at this. Alright, Charles. A nice, comfortable bed made with rosewood. Very stylish. A console table with a smooth finish. There's a box of matches in a velvet-lined drawer. It could come in useful, I'll take it. Oh, a box of matches. That's like an all-timer. That's like a useful item in so many games. What do you think you're doing it here, sir? I mean, you know, I'm trying to find my missing family. I was given permission to enter the house by Lady Charlotte. The house, perhaps, but not my private chambers, surely. I'm surely sorry to disturb you, but I believe my family are in danger. If I could only ask you a few questions. This is madness. Charlotte's gone too far. Ask, then be gone. Tranquil scene of a lily flower in a lake. Looks oriental. I guess double bed, but now only used by one person by the look of it. Familiarly hanging clothes on, or perhaps she makes her own clothes. A royal blue velvet chaise longue. Set awkwardly in the corner of the room as if they bought it without checking first that they had the room for it. Small drawer for storing jewellery and makeup. Alright. Who are you? I'm the children's nurse and educator. My name is Penelope. Where are the children? You know the answer to this, Samuel. The children are... She just stares into space. There is no sign that any children have been here for some years. If the children are gone, why are you still here? No, the children will be back. Nothing bad happened to the children. The horror did not come. It didn't happen. This poor woman is clearly deluded. Yeah, she has, I'm the missing child. Oh, no. When did the children go missing? It's been weeks since I saw the children. No, months. Maybe years. But they will come back. My heart knows this. They will return and they will be whole, unharmed. I wonder just what happened in this place. What can you tell me about the family that owns this mansion? Lord and Lady Denison are very kind. Very kind. Lady Charlotte I don't know very well. I find her rather intimidating. And anything about the other servants. Charles is usually half-rats. Gary's nice, but a bit slow in the head. Francesca and Molly are okay, but neither are my Chuckaboo exactly. She is shockingly forthright in her views. Do you have a best friend, Chuckaboo? To be truthful, I always preferred spending time with children than adults. Their minds are so much purer. I wish children were still here. But nothing bad has happened to them. Nothing bad. You seem fine. You seem absolutely fine. This very capable woman completely goes to pieces when the children are mentioned. Do you know of anyone missing from the household recently? So many people have gone missing over the years, but Paul the footman is the latest. A lot of people are going missing? Oh yes, so many. It wouldn't surprise me if the local butcher's bags of mystery didn't contain human flesh now and then. She seems remarkably unperturbed about the possibility of dead people ending up in sausages people eat. My own wife and children have gone missing. Have you seen them? The poor little mites. I'm sure nothing will happen to the children, though. I'm sure no harm came to the children. They will return someday. Clearly, any mention of children causes us to become hysterical. This line of questioning won't help me. I better be about my business now. I can hear heavy snoring. It sounds like Giles. Guess the whiskey combined with the late hour knocked him out. I'll leave him be. A large pointless vase sits in the corridor. The paint has faded off in different spots due to the passage of time. There's nothing inside. Bedroom door. A table with a drawer in it seems oddly placed out here in the corridor. How strange. I say any way of opening this drawer, even though it seems to be well used. I can feel the switches of some kind underneath the drawer. It must be some kind of locking mechanism. Just tried a random pattern there. There's probably a clue somewhere else. I'm not going to solve this by guesswork or brute force. Hopefully there's a clue somewhere. Alright, you've told me. I hope you don't mind me coming in like this. Of course not, dear boy. I told you earlier that you could explore the mansion. Though I have it to admit, I'm a little surprised to see you in my boudoir. My apologies, just that you said you knew something of my family. I do recall seeing a woman, a boy, and a girl out in the forest earlier, when I was looking out of my window. Did you see where they went? Alas, no. Oh, excuse me. Oh, all of a sudden, I yawn. Figure out the pattern soon enough. Oh, yes. After that, I don't know, I'm afraid. And I'm right to focus my search in and around the mansion. Thank you for your help. Footlocker. A strange thing for a lady to have in her bedroom. This seems to be army issue. An officer's travel chest, if I'm not mistaken. A modest double bed. Only one side looks used. A beautiful painting of a ballerina. Was this Lady Charlotte in her younger days, perhaps? It's no Degas, but it's very eye-catching. It's a very eye-catching style. It's a Dropwell dresser, made of walnut by the look of it. Wonderful piece of furniture. Tub chair with soft leather covering. Thick velvet curtains help keep out the cold during the night. Alright. A very moody painting of some caves. I'm a little claustrophobic because I'm not very keen on caves. Bet he's going to go into some caves later. Help! I am the presence of a stranger. I fear that I am in terrible danger. I didn't mean to... What are you doing here? Who are you? Why are you here? Are you a thief? Come to steal Lady Denison's jewels? Yes, you'd like to get your hands on my jewels, wouldn't you, vagrant? Just what is the meaning of this intrusion? You have me in great panic and confusion. No, really, I'm only here to... Whatever I say, she just continues to yell uncontrollably. Before I get a chance to make it my exit, a man whom I presume to be Lord Denison enters the room. Just what in blazes is the meaning of this? He looks certainly, You look like a good person, surely. Those eyes are definitely not evil. Please, sir, I can explain. Later, lad. Well, you told me she'd invited a guest. I must say I didn't expect you to wander into our bedroom. I'm sorry, sir. My plight is as desperate as my wife and child have gone missing. I fear it has caused me to take liberties I would not normally dream of. I see. If I can help later, then I will. However, at first I will need to calm down, my dear wife. Please leave us for now. This man's voice sounds similar to the voice coming from one of the locked rooms on the ground floor. So what do I have now? And the matches. Box of matches. Where could they be used? Oh. They're in here now. How are you enjoying your poetry book? It's so good. I adore Wordsworth. Are you feeling calmer now? Yes, thank you. Poetry is like a gentle caress to my soul. Have you lived here long? Since I married Charles 8 years ago when I was expecting the first of my children. You had children? We had 2 boys, but both died. That's why I'm such a wreck. I'm sorry. I really don't wish to talk about it. I told you earlier about my own family having gone missing. Have you seen them? Sadly not. I would really love to help you find them. I can't bear the thought of you losing your children as I lost mine. Could you tell me anything about the servants here? I have a soft spot for Franny. I found her on the streets of London when I was visiting one day, and it broke my heart to see her, so I brought her back, poor mite. What about the rest of the servants? Oh, they're okay. I don't trust Giles much, but he's fine when he's sober. Molly's a dear girl, and Gary is a kind soul. Goodbye for now, Isabel. Okay. I know that I want to get through this door at some point. Oh, I can get through it. There we go. All right. It appears that in his rush to answer his wife shouting, Lord Dennison forgot to lock the study behind him. Should be quick. I doubt he'll be happy to find me here. Right. Check this. Books about legal matters and geography. Cool. A locked filing cabinet, probably containing land registry details and other certification. Sure. Our branch bronze candelabra, recently polished by the look of it. Only one drawer is unlocked. It contains some blueprints and documents. That horrible green color again. This looks like it has barely seen any use. I get the impression that Lord Dennison prefers solitude. And I get the impression that Samuel just hates the color green. He has complained about all the green furniture in this house. Lord Dennison is writing a letter to the chief constable in the nearest city. A small handheld telescope, presumably for surveying his lordship's vast property. An old-fashioned quill. Whether his lordship is resistant to using modern pens, or it's hard to get a hold of them here, so far away from civilization. I have no use for the quill, but the magnifying glass could definitely come in useful. I will return it later. A book detailing land ownership from the Doomsday Book up to the 14th century. I have no reason to read these books in detail. Dear Walter, with regards to your recent inquiry about the alleged disappearance of another member of my serving staff, Lord Dennison is clearly an old friend, otherwise it would not have been so informal. Anything else I can grab? One of them is the original title deed for the property for the Dennison family. It's dated 1311, back when Edward II was on the throne. Some of the original blueprints of the mansion are also here. There are some unusual features, though I can't make out all the details. Fascinating. In this blueprint, there is a door in one room opened by switches underneath the musical instruments in another room. It is an intricate design with a transmission system underneath the flooring. The design appears to be a prototype. I wonder if something like this was actually built. I've never seen anything like it. Another document acknowledges the existence of a foul substance in the lake that has been discoloring the local flora. And I wonder what's that all about. Another document acknowledges the existence of a foul substance in the lake that has been discoloring the local flora. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Complete history of the title deeds in Great Britain, 1500 to 1599. Legal battles, a case study of the last will and testament of the oldest extant English earldoms. Fortunately, as an architect, I only have concerned myself with the buildings themselves, not the legal wrangling over estates, so I have no need for this sort of look. Is that it? Oh, there's more here. Yes. Although I appreciate the number of similar anonymous tips you've received is quite large, I assure you that nothing goes on here without my knowledge. More reassurances, nothing to be concerned about, asking about the chief constable's wife, and mention of a large donation to be sent in the near future. Oh, here we go. Decision time. It doesn't take much reading between the lines to see that Lord Dennison is bribing the police chief. What shall you do with the letter? Leave the letter alone and take your business to meddle. Hit the letter to give as evidence when you get back to civilization. Take a copy and try to use that as evidence. Copy. It's a bit conniving. Let's give it a go. Your decision has been recorded. I think we have covered everything. Yep. Okay. Magnifying glass. I wonder what we can magnify. Part of me feels like we should do the... See, I've already kind of done this. Is there a reason for me to... Maybe this isn't the right use for this. I don't need to magnify that. You probably want to use a telescope or something for that, I think. Magnifying glass wouldn't give me that much distance. Oh, there's an idea. Can I light this up? I'm not going to go around trying to randomly set things on fire. Okay, never mind then. I don't think there's anything else out here then. Okay. Okay, so it said something about the, Oh, I can hear Lord Dennison talking reassuringly to his wife. He speaks with a gentle, yet firm authority. Every so often he tells her that he wants to return to his study, but she becomes hysterical at the thought of him leaving. Is it to do with the piano underneath? That's what it sounded like. Seating area, blah, 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 yeah. There's something about this which is interesting. But I don't think we got any specific clues. So there's something that links up to music. Could it be this? Stone pillar rises impressively to a high ceiling. It's not marble, but the family's wealth is vast, but not completely unlimited. Okay. Alright. You have found something that may require a magnifying glass. Have I indeed? Doesn't look like Phoenix, right? Yeah, Itama's not well this week, so I'm doing a one-off of something else. Is it this? Is this something I can magnify, perhaps? Okay. Maybe not. So, something that requires a magnifying glass. I'm trying to have a think here. As I run through the house at high speeds. Paintings. I need to magnify that. No. Magnify myself. I'm going to do something with this as well. But I don't know how to advance that either. There's no one here. I better use this opportunity to investigate the room while I have the chance. I know I should, but I can't help myself. I must know what's inside this. A full British Army uniform. The collar has both a star and a crown, indicating a colonel. There is also an Enfield rifle musket, which has seen plenty of action. Ah, there's some medals here, including the Crimea medal. Whoever this chest belonged to was a highly decorated officer. The final piece of the puzzle. A communique to the widow of Colonel Arthur Fitzpatrick, hero of the Crimean War. He died in 1857 during the Indian Rebellion. Lady Charlotte must be the widow of Arthur Dennison. Her heart must have been well and truly broken. Modest double bed. Interesting. Below the painter's signature, someone has written what seems to be a series of tiny letters in pen, so small that I can't make them out to the naked eye. But luckily, I can make out the 8 letters. FML, TRL, TM. Fumultrultum. Let me write that down. Fumultrultum. There's also a drawing of a left hand facing down. Do the letters respond to digits? Oh, I think I've learned everything I can. I should probably leave now. I'm gonna sneeze, I think. Ah, there we go. Is that to do with this? Thank you, clone. I don't see how that would have to do with it. Do they translate to digits? That's the thing. That seems to imply. Wait, did I look in this? Oh, that was where the matches were. And thank you, Cosmic. FML TRL TM. What does that mean? I'm genuinely unsure. Have the hint to solve the... That is the hint for the button puzzle. See, I thought it was. I'm just trying to see... How does that... F... Do they correspond? FML... TR... Okay, so there's only 5 letters in that combination. So they have to probably have to correspond to a certain number. What numbers do they correspond to? Can I go back in here? Oh, hi. Can you tell me a bit about yourself? I lived in this mansion a few years after my husband died. I have exceptionally good eyesight. I love music and new experiences, that is all. I hear you play the piano. Oh yes, I love to play. Sadly, I've lost the sheet music I play along with Isabel on the harp. Poor thing, she suffered terribly when her children died, but she finds peace in the music. It's all in the fingers, you know. It's all in the fingers? Fingers are amazing things, don't you think? The digits on your hand can cause such pleasure or such pain. The fingers, little middle... Little middle ring of 4 and thumb together made music I adore. I was like, hey, Itama. Those combos probably gamer. Yeah, so we have... Okay. I think I can imagine this now. So, just to say, the order from right to left will be T. Wait, is it left hand actually? Left hand. Left hand pointed down. Left hand pointed down. Okay, so yeah, that is right. T. F. M. R. L. T. F. M. R. L. Okay. We are once married to a Colonel Arthur Fitzpatrick. For the life of an army wife. Married young to a dashing young officer, widowed young to a hero of the realm. I barely knew because he was always away fighting for his country. How long ago was that? Oh, I don't know. The years flow by like an unbridled river. Itama, you can't just thirst for this random lady. You don't know if she's evil yet. Left hand facing away. So like, I've either got it one. I know if I've got it wrong, I can just go back the other way. So, my memory fails me at times. It was long ago, anyway. I take my leave of you, madam. Okay. So, let me put some numbers to this. 2, 3, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1, 3. Aha! 2, 3, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1, 3. As this is outside Eddie Charlotte's room, I presume this is a draw. She mentioned something about it being all in the fingers. Did I do it wrong? I did something to that given there are 5 switches. Have I got it backwards? Left hand pointed down. Is it, I think is it that way? Or is it that way? From my perspective. Alright, I'll reverse it. So that would be what? 4, 1, 5, 2. Wait. Yeah, 5, 2. Wait, no. Yeah. 1, 5, 3. Okay. I'm not counting my fingers. I'm trying to figure. I know that's what it looks like. This is not what I'm doing. All right. 4, 3, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 3. That did it. Okay, yeah, I was getting it backwards before. There is a book about runes in this drawer. I'm not sure why, but I'm convinced it must be important. I'm going to borrow it. Ooh. There's a page containing Anglo-Saxon runes and their modern-day equivalent. Some are highlighted. Interesting. I remember seeing some runes before. On here. Oh, not? Okay. The runes of the pillar are the same as the one in the book. I shall have a closer look. Ah, here we go. You can read the book by pressing R while hovering over in inventory. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where to go with this. It helps, thank you. Okay, so there's like, I'm gonna write these down. It's like an M, and it's like it's actually like an E next to it. There's like a sort of N thing. It's an itch. It's like a sort of T, N, and then like it's like 2 flags kissing. Like 2 little golf flags. That was like an M. We got like an R, which is an R. That's easy enough to remember. This is like, I don't know what that's like. Kind of like a bracket of some kind. P. There's sort of Y, that's an X. And then there's like, that's like another flag really, isn't it? Well, a different kind of one. Okay. Okay. And that is... Ooh! Can I make a word out of it? It's probably, I don't think I can do that, is there? Unless it's the order I have to do it in. That must have been the wrong combination. Okay, so there's a specific combination. It must spell something. Okay, so what can I spell? Home. I can spell home. That could be interesting. Ah. I tried. I thought home would be a good one. hope. Could do hope. Let's try that. I know I'm kind of just trying stuff right now, but there's probably something else I can do later, but I'm just curious. I think these spell something. That spells hope at the top, isn't it? No, it doesn't. It spells OP. No. Okay. Well, I don't know the word, so... I didn't even want that. I don't know what it is. There's a little bit of a Star Warsiness to it, actually, yeah. I wonder if Giles is awake now. I can't hear any of that awful snoring anymore. Oh, goodness. I say, please don't tell his lordship that I was half rats again. It's the highlighted letters. Don't worry, my good man, your secret is safe with me. I am much obliged to you. Nothing of it. Alright, this is a painting of the famous Russian author Dmitry Suruchkin. His most celebrated work is Felony and Retribution. Another one of the backers. Large painted cabinet for storing clothes and other essentials. In Giles' case, probably some alcohol if he has any spare. Two-seater Rococo sofa. I can't tell if it's authentic or one of John Henry Belter's designs from America. A luxurious double bed made with varnished pine. The wind creates subtle movement in the trees that trick the eye into thinking someone is there. I've got nothing to talk to you about. No doubt Giles uses this rather large mirror to make sure his appearance is suitable for his job as butler, and that he looks relatively sober. Relatively. That's not a good sign. Still nothing. There has to be something important here. I look anxious, which is not really exactly surprising under the circumstances. Yeah, that'll happen. Alright. She didn't got anything to ask anybody. What happens if I go back here? Nothing. Okay. Okay, there's several places that... So consider the highlighted letters. In the book? Is the book specifically highlighted? Oh, it does. Ah, M-E-P... oh, sorry. E-P-N-O. Nope! Maybe it's in that order, though. E-P-N-O. Epno. Epno? Epno. Epno. Must have been the wrong combination of runes. Maybe I have to... Is that right? Open. Yeah, that probably would make more sense, wouldn't it, Irma? Epno! Of course! Supposed to be the Adventure Camp guy. That's embarrassing. I probably would have gotten it. A secret compartment is open, revealing an iron key. I've taken it. I get the opportunity to return the book where I found it. I don't want to carry it around needlessly. I did it! Iron key, huh? Does that go in here? The key fits the lock I found in the hollow, and a secret door opens. The cave inside is very dark. I'll need a lamp and the means to light it. I know just the place. Haha. I'll need an oil lamp to enter the cave. Francesca showed me. I better take it. It's unlit. But I have matches. Can you combine items in the inventory? Oh, okay. Ethno sounds a lot like him, but... I thought it might have been like the name of like a rune or something, you know? With the lamp and the means to light it, I may now enter the cave. Okay.
Graham, watch out! A poisonous snake!
Oh my goodness, a poisonous snake! Thank you for the 100 bits, Cosmic Void. And did I thank Pegadring for the 50? I don't know if I did, but thank you, Pegadring, for the 50. As soon as the door opens, I am assailed by a foul stench such as had never assaulted my nose before. However, I do recognize that smell. Just the smell of death. Hello, Tommy the Jobber. Oh my goodness, that's spooky. What's that moving over there? Who's there? Am I hallucinating? Coming out of a daze, I stand just inside the doorway to the secret cave. With shaking hand, I light the oil lamp. I look around me in horror. What I see is every bit as unsettling as the vision I just had, but this time it is undeniably, terrifyingly real. I must get away. Two men and a woman. All have evidence of whip marks and strangulation. One has large puncture marks that have stabbed all over. Two bodies laid out as others. Goodness knows the thieves will be harbored in here, quite apart from the impropriety of touching decaying corpses. Evidently, some of these bodies have been here for a long time, although scraps of flesh indicate that perhaps scavengers are more to blame than decay. Well, it is time to leave. That reminded me quite a bit of a part of Gabriel Knight 2, actually. There's a bit in Gabriel Knight 2 where you explore a cave and you find a sort of a whole pit of corpses in there, and it's a big spooky moment. Why he die? I found an item in the cave? Oh no. I don't think I did. Can I mention some of the skulls suggest the use of a sharp weapon? I don't pick up any bones, although wait. There's something glinting amongst them. It's a locket! Cave in Giga 2 is an inspiration. Who it belonged to? There's a picture of a girl in it. I've taken it. Alright. We do have a locket. Who does it belong to? I wonder. I have a feeling. Oh, hello! Is it thing about secrets? This house harbors a hidden chapel which I believe contained a special Bible, a priceless heirloom of my family. Do you want me to try and find the heirloom? I would be most grateful. There is a lever inside the vase at the end of the second floor. If you pull it, a hidden panel will slide back, open up a crawlway, which leads into the chapel. I am certain the Bible is in there somewhere. See, now I'm getting Phantasmagoria vibes. Presumably you have looked in the chapel. Why are you so certain this heirloom is in the chapel? My father told me, but he had died before he revealed to me the secret of how to find it. I'm sure no one else knows about this chapel, so it must be in there. Do you have any ideas about how to find the heirloom? I do remember hearing him recite Revelation 6:1-8 on several occasions. Something about horsemen and disasters which I couldn't understand. Maybe that has something to do with it. I say, you're a lot smarter than you lead people to believe, I think. Drain cleaner. I put it down to my simple diet. Vegetables and water only. Alright? Like Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in ancient Babylon, people are less guarded on simple folk, so it can pay to appear more foolish in their eyes. I better go. Well done, sir. Is the girl in this locket Maisie? Let me look. Yes, it is. This is Maisie. I dread to ask where you found it. I'm afraid I found it in a cave, along with many bodies. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but This have hours long feared. May I keep the locket? I give Francesca the locket. When I get out of this place, will you come with me and bear witness to what you know? I will, sir. Thank you so much for giving me closure about Maisie. Knowing she is dead is terrible, but suspecting without knowing was worse. I shall speak with you later. Alright, I guess we're going across here. As Gary said! There's a very squeaky lever almost at the bottom of this vase on the inside. When I pull it, a secret hatch opens in the eastern wall. This is curious. It looks to me like this was once a priest hole, but it's been expanded quite a bit. Catholics were persecuted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. So great homes and mansions owned by Catholics often had these hiding places for when their places were searched. I don't recall ever seeing one converted like this. The room itself is a conflict of styles too, with Spartan furnishings more akin to Puritan ideals. But the statue and stained glass window are extravagant given the location. There is a thick layer of dust on everything. I doubt it has been used for many years, maybe even over a century. The inscription says that this is Jesus in the form of Michael the Archangel. This is a King James Bible, not very old and in plain sight. This can't be what Gary was looking for. Let's see, Gary's verses were Revelation 6:1-8. Rev 6:2, and I saw, and behold, the white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering, and to conquer. And there was another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he sat, and that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. Verse 6:8, and a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Damn. Let's see. Okay, that repeats. The pulpit. Supposed to have 7 candles, but only one in place. The siren reminds you of a spider. Image of an angel. The window has some sort of faint backlighting. It's not made to be visible from the outside. The mortar is crumbled in a couple of places. Excuse me. This place clearly hasn't been very cared for over the years. I wonder how many people know of its existence. There's just a single pew at the back of the chapel. There are small cover caps in the corners. I prise them off to reveal 4 very tiny screw heads. Bah! I have a screwdriver. Well, actually, this screwdriver, although quite small, is still too large to fit in these screws. Dang it! Always a problem, isn't there? Using the nail file as a makeshift screwdriver, I remove the false panel and reveal a most unusual safe. Instead of a dial which could be turned, there are 8 icons, 4 horses of different colours, and 4 disparate items. They can be pushed down. Ah, okay. Okay, let me... let's say... white horse. Bow. Crown. Red horse. Sword. Black horse. Balances. And then the pale horse. Okay. Doesn't seem to have a thing. Horse? Sure. Hello, Chloe. I'm solving puzzles. The 4 points with the drawing of a horse, and in total there are 8. Ah, I see. Oh, it's death. It's death. Yeah. So we want the white horse with the crown. We want the red horse with the sword. We want black horse with the scales. And we want the pale horse with death. The safe opens and inside is something I never thought I'd see in my lifetime. A complete Gutenberg Bible. These are immensely rare and must be worth a fortune. This has to be the heirloom Gary was talking about. I will take it to him. Secret texts. Alright, Gary. Are you in the dining room still? Yes, you are. Here it is. I found your heirloom. I can't believe it. You actually did it. Thank you so much. This will set me up for life if I can find a buyer. Alright. As a token of thanks, please take this key. Did you just want it for the money? He is smarter than he seems, actually. Glad I could help. This key you just gave me, what is it for? It's the key to the third bedroom next to Charlotte's room. I like to keep clear of the grand lords and ladies of this house, whatever they may say. They don't like me at all. What can I do with this key? There is a secret room underneath it. I have been in it once when I was a young child. I can't even remember who took me there, but I'll never forget what was in it. So what was in it? Amazing treasures from the Caribbean. Pirate treasures, I think. An oyster with a real pearl, bones made into a necklace. And most amazingly, a skull made of crystal. How do I get into this secret room, then? Imagine if in real life people thanked you by giving you random keys. I actually, like discovered a random key relatively recently, like a few weeks ago now, I guess. But I was going for, like, a walk through the park, and I went to sit on one of the benches. On the bench was this mysterious key that was just lying there, and also a little bit of money. And I was just like, "Is this a side quest? Have I stumbled upon a side quest here?" It was a very mysterious moment. I decided to just leave them be because I assumed they probably just fell out of someone's pocket, and I didn't really know if I could turn them in anywhere at the park. So I just thought I will just leave this as is. Hopefully the person who lost those will find them. Side quest rejected. Yeah, you know. Alas, I cannot tell you. I never knew the secret. There may be someone in the mansion who knows. I'm gonna get the bad ending. No! Bad ending of my life. No! It's a reload a save. Maybe someone in the mansion who knows, or perhaps you will have to work it out for yourself. Very treasures await you if you do. I have no need of any treasures, but this key should come in handy. I will search every room in this mansion. Thank you, Gary. You have been most helpful. Which one was it? This one? No, it's not you. I hear a commotion nearby. Standing outside the third bedroom is Edith, gesticulating frantically with Charles. Charlotte and Oliver trying in vain to calm her down. Come downstairs, Mother. I will play some music to calm you. No, I won't go anywhere. Leave me alone. Unhand me. It's no good. We can't move her in this state. Take her to that bedroom. Maybe I can find something that will calm Edith down and they will move on. Charlotte's words indicate that music may soothe her. I am still playing, yes. I don't know how much more I've got, but I think this I need some sheet music, don't I? Okay. I think that fish you gave me was off. I had the strangest vision since eating it. Of a ghoulish-looking face the minute I was about to enter a cave. Goodness to me, Your Lordship, it was fresh. I caught it yesterday afternoon. Was anything else off? No, Your Lordship. It was leftovers, but only from dinner, which was very late last night. Has anyone else had strange turns after eating the fish from the lake? Possibly. There's often talk of seeing things that aren't there. I never had it, nor Franny or Gary that I know of. Does everyone eat the fish? Not me, Your Lordship. Can't stand the taste. Franny doesn't like it either, and Gary is allergic. So everyone who has eaten the fish has had hallucinations? I couldn't say for absolute certain, but it does seem that way, Your Lordship. Thanks for feeding it to me, then. This room seems important somehow, but I'm not sure how yet. Okay, I need that sheet music. Sheet music, sheet music, sheet music. The music box. Can't get enough purges to turn the gears around. What the dog doing? I think there's something to do with this music box, but I'm not sure. Not sure what. Here we go. It fits quite well. I'm able to play the music. I will take this to Lady Dennison. I give the music box to Lady Dennison, and it does indeed calm her down, although the Yes, it's my portrait. Although the family doesn't appear terribly grateful, and Charles gives me a very odd look. Says, I got you a music box. Does this help? And I was like, dude, read the room. They all retire back to their respective bedrooms. How handy. As I step into the room, Lady Edith addresses me. Not just anybody can converse with me. To unlock my speech, the French maid knows the key. Please take leave. Alright. Where is the... Oh, this room. The key fits. I've unlocked the door. Ah! What are you doing here, fellow? Away with you! Looking outside the locked doors, your behavior is most suspicious. Pardon me, sir. I didn't mean to upset you. What's the matter with you? Are you deaf? Turn back. Of course, sir. Okay, Charles. He does not seem to be very happy with me. I need to get him away. I have the hotspot indicator turned off. You can turn it on. I kind of left it off just because I didn't really feel like I wanted it on. But I'll have a look and see what it's like. Oh, that's actually, you know what? That's actually kind of helpful. I think it was off by default. You can tell me what I'm at least looking at. Yeah. So if there's anything I've missed, I can easily, I can find it more easily. All right, jeez. Calm down, Charles. This door's locked too. I don't think I can get in there though. No use for empty fishbowl. See, the one thing I haven't been able to use yet, actually. According to Molly, people who eat fish from that lake may see things. I really need to see what's down there. Time to dive in. Yeah, I've already solved this as well. I already set up the wagon. The whole of it here should be possible to breathe. For a few minutes, I can investigate the lake bed. Let's go. Ooh. Glow. A shimmering glow emerged from the crack. It looks as if a substance from the barrel is interacting with the water and creating a bright luminescence. I'd rather keep my distance. It looks dangerous. This is something for the authorities to deal with. Barrels. Huh. Oh, hold on. Wallet. This is a document wallet of some kind, possibly waterproof. I think it's been overlaid with gutta percha. It's lodged in a rock. The rock isn't too heavy. I managed to dislodge it and retrieve the wallet from underneath. There are documents inside the wallet. They speak of an experimental chemical said to induce various psychotropic and hallucinogenic results. in vast numbers of test subjects. Curious. Those tested were all convicts and... were disposed of afterwards. The document suggests that the plan was to expose the water sources of the primary cities of the American rebels with this substance, with the aim of letting them destroy themselves before reclaiming it for Great Britain. Somehow this shipment got sidetracked here, presumably on the way to Liverpool docks. Clearly whoever was behind this planned on creating havoc and panic across a whole country. I'll report this to the authorities when I get home. How curious indeed. I have evidence that something in the lake is contaminated. I think what surprised me, this place is cursed. There really is corruption within. Really this place is cursed? Since I moved here, both of my children died. That is enough for me to view it as cursed. Yet there is something here of value. What do you mean there is something here of value? Sir, I feel you've earned my trust. You both recovered my poetry book and trusted me with the information in these documents. I would like to enlist your help in finding the Book of Secrets. Book of Secrets? What is that? My ancestor kept a diary of his experiences in the New World, where he had what he described as a spiritual awakening. He called it the Book of Secrets. So what's the problem? I've never been able to open it. I do not trust anyone, except maybe Franny, but she is always busy. Please, sir, I beg you. I feel Lady Edith may know something about it, and she talks in riddles, and frankly, she scares me. Why do you not just chop the chest open with an axe? I fear that by doing so, I may damage the precious book inside. What makes you think Lady Denison knows how to open the chest containing your ancestor's book? She says strange things sometimes. Well, all the time, really, but sometimes she talks of a French pirate, and I wonder if she's just talking about my ancestor. It could be just nonsense. How do I get into this secret room? There are 2 small buttons inside the drawer in the dresser to the right of the mirror. Press both buttons 3 times in quick succession, and a trapdoor will open to the left side of the bed. Thank you, Isabel. Wait, up here. Is it this one? I think of a different one. Oh, it's this room. Ah! Isn't it this room? Not this one? Certainly not any of these ones. Envy the Blitzbane, how you doing? Hydration. Can do. Let's see what you think of this. Ha! Who thought my fish allergy would actually come in handy? Look, I'm planning on getting out of here anyway. We'll try and join you after you find your forks. Alright. Hello, friend Jessica. Lady Edith will not speak to me and said something about the maid knowing how to unlock her speech. I assume she meant you? Please, sir, keep away from that woman. I think good can come from a conversation with her. And you will not tell me what the key is? For her own sake, no, I shall not. I will have to ask you again for Lady Edith's key. After the good you have done to me, I will against my better judgment. Okay. Some kind of strange defense mechanism she has, unless someone says the correct rhyme, she simply won't speak to them at all. What is the rhyme I need to say to Lady Edith? Although I have come to you as a stranger, I wish to confirm that I pose no danger. I found something in the lake. I would explain many things. I'm thankful I do not eat the fish myself. While seeing the increasing madness through sane eyes without the power to take action was terrible in itself. I shall speak to you later. What do you think? Oh my goodness, really? I would explain so much strange behavior. This family have strange persecution syndrome. They are always convinced that they have enemies everywhere. It's always the fish. I told the authorities I must make sure they agree to help Molly get out of this place. Alright, it's like... Contaminant in the lake affecting people's minds. Really, how terrible. Oh. Oh, what is it? A moment of terrible clarity has come upon me. I must show you something. Come with me. I feel I must tell you this while my mind is clear. My sorrow so often overwhelms me, and if what you say about the water in the lake is true, my mind is muddled by that as well. I always felt the children's disappearance may have been caused by Charles. I hid this bottle here in the children's bedroom where nobody would ever find it. Here, take it. Bottle of arsenic? How dreadful! But how can you be sure who used it? Charles was a strict man, but not cruel, so I am told. I did not work for them at the time, but after moving here, he changed and got angry very quickly. The water being contaminated would perhaps explain this. He got so angry at little Jonathan and Arthur. I became so scared of him. Then I found this bottle. I Please try to stay calm, Penelope. Try to stay in control. You're right, sir. I must remain strong or I'll lose my mind. What would you have me do with this bottle? I thought perhaps it could be used as evidence. I don't really know. I'll see what I can do. Shadows? Shadows of the branches outside look eerie. Can I imagine Gunshot's mind turning them into a bogeyman and spending the night in sleepless terror? I did a doll. My Sophie has one and loves it to bits. She won't go anywhere without it. This one looks like it's barely been touched. Ah, this brings back memories. My brother and I had a bunk bed when we were little. William would love this as a toy. Black panthers are his favourite animal. A very elegant chest of drawers, made with oak, very solid. Perhaps not completely childproof, but then nothing is. I can't imagine there be anything useful in here. A painting of the popular music hall entertainer Trepidanos, singer, juggler, and comedian all rolled into one, pictured here in a typically flamboyant outfit. Oh, nice. Silhouette tree branches look rather ominous in the dark. So we have this bottle of arsenic. That's interesting. That's this door. Ah, that's what that means. Oh, God. Up to God on me. Sir, do you recognize this? What is this nonsense? A bottle of arsenic. Do you recognize it? Oh, why should I? Because the music is getting loud. Still, it's not the sort of thing you should be carrying around. Far too dangerous. Let me dig it from you and dispose of it. Charles returns to his bedroom, having taken the bottle of poison. Great. I'm going in now, though. Small box for jewels or makeup. The box contains small trinkets and makeup and nothing useful to me. I open the drawer to the right of the mirror and find the two small buttons inside. After I press them both 3 times, as Isabel described, a section of the floor slides back at the corner to reveal a trap door leading down to another room. He is looking kind of suspicious. At Charles. Painting of an apple. Reminds me of the style of Sarah Miriam Peel, an American artist I saw at a gallery once. She's an inspiration to my Stephanie. Painting of a campfire in the wilderness shining dully called the Final Blaze. Simple vase with a elongated plant in resin. Simple oak bedside with a cabinet with a layer of dust on top of it. It's not particularly comfortable. Hasn't been slept in for a very long time. This chair looks very austere. The room doesn't seem to have been furnished for comfort. Oh, goodness. As I enter the room, I look around in amazement. It's full of all sorts of treasures and curios from the New World. These artifacts would not look out of place at an exhibition at the South Kensington Museum. Authentic Caribbean grog. Produce of Scuffle Island. This must be the chest which contains the Book of Secrets. A strange locking mechanism I've never seen before. Some buckets that are sealed tight. From the order, I think they contain exotic spices. Of course, it's just like the British to steal spices and never use them. Seal books. There's a small label detailing the content as tobacco from Hispaniola and Trinidad. An open oyster compete with its pearl. An amazing product of nature. I pick up the oyster to admire it and the pearl more closely, and put it back carefully. It is after all Isabel's heirloom from centuries ago. A skull that appears to be made from some sort of crystal. What purpose it does serve for the natives who made it, I wonder. Okay. I remember reading the Mexican government had issued a plea for any artifacts taken from its territory to be returned. Should I do something about this when I get out of here? Yeah. It's their property. These bones are too big to be human. A painting of a boy in vibrant hues of scarlet. What a monstrous visage. Of some horrible significance in black magic, I imagine. A purely locking mechanism with letters must be rearranged into a word. Unfortunately, I have absolutely no idea what that word might be. Whatever the word is, it's 17 characters long, precluding guesswork. Okay, we have to figure that out then. PC crash, damn. Oh, good heavens, my dear fellow. You have such fanciful ideas. You don't even look at the documents properly. When you get to my age, young man, you will find that you could quickly discern between fact and fiction. Which that document clearly is. You seem suspicious too. I have learned your verse, Lady Edith. Although I have come to you as a stranger, I wish to confirm that I pose no danger. I feel like I trust you since you know this verse, so please go ahead if you wish to converse. Kinda weird. I think this is Lady Denison when she was a young woman. She was very beautiful if this is a realistic likeness. A fireplace right in his bedroom. Very cozy. Thunderstorm above a barren landscape. A somewhat interesting choice for a bedroom painting. Home of the smaller items of clothing for his lordship or her ladyship. Huge fitted wardrobes are on the other side of the bedroom. Nice vase. Same about the colour. This guy just hates green. In our house, this would definitely have flowers in it though. Small cabinet, but made of the finest mahogany. Very expensive and very beautiful. A serene lakeside scene. Except in a four-poster bed in a posh hotel on a honeymoon. A bed at home is rather more modest than this. I'm so sorry that I startled you earlier, Lady Denison. Don't worry, my dear, that is really okay. Far too easily startled I am today. Is there anything you can tell me about your female servants? 2 young maids we have, just like sisters they are. A nurse we have too, but her mind wanders far. Anything you can tell me about your male servants? The butler will probably drink till he's dead. Our footman has nothing but air in his head. How are you enjoying the music box? A tune makes me think of a land far away. A melody sweet to the soul it does play. What can you tell me about your husband? Lord Alfred is indeed the love of my life. Truly blessed I am that I became his wife. Do you get on okay with Charles and Isabel? Charles showed poor judgment when he fell for a French, but he did far worse when he married the wench. Damn, lady! Wow! You don't approve of Charles marrying a French woman? She's not of pure blood and she cannot be trusted. If only my son had not for her lusted. She's a rhymer. What do you mean about Isabel not being of pure blood? Though her appearance and charms are not shoddy, the blood of a pirate runs through her body. She has an ancestor who was a pirate? Under a rock by the shimmering lagoon. A French pirate's code can be seen at full moon. French pirate's code? When the full moon is high in the midnight sky, a rock by the lakeside will tell you no lie. When the moon is high in the midnight sky, a rock by our lakeside will tell you no lie. It sounds like I should remember that. Have you seen a woman and 2 children lost in the woods or in the mansion tonight? A wife and 2 children? Seen them I have not. Here in the wild, we don't see strangers a lot. Do you remember an accident that led to a fire in the stables? Angry shouting, lamp knocked over, oil went splash, the horses and stables went up in a flash. Did you dislike the ostler for some reason? Jason held many views above his station. He thought not too highly of our great nation. Was there a police investigation? Away from most civilization we are. Detectives seldom want to venture so far. The lake contains some kind of substance. The waters of our lake are beautifully pure. If you'd lived here for years, you too would be sure. Look, I have evidence. Though impressive words the document contains, I believe not your claims of addling our brains. Yeah, you would say that, wouldn't you? To whom do I have the pleasure of making the acquaintance of? I am Alfred Dennison, lord of this mansion. The Dennisons have a proud heritage going back centuries. Have you lived here all your life? Indeed I have, born and raised here, trained to handle the estate and all financial matters. Has been a good life. I'm very sorry I upset your wife. Is she okay? Thank you, my good man. She is fine now. She gets the jitters very easily, I'm afraid. Especially when the moon is full in the sky. My mother was the same. Would you say your staff are reliable? The few we have left are decent enough lot. The servants. One can't expect them to understand the subtleties of life. They rarely let me down in a way that causes tangible loss. Have you noticed any strange behavior by anyone in the house? My good fellow, there's nothing but strange behavior here. My dear wife is the only one officially labelled with a mental disease, but she's far from the only one with adult senses. Could you elaborate on this strange behavior you've witnessed? I simply don't have the time. Have you seen any strangers around here tonight? A woman, a boy, and a girl? Apart from yourself, I have seen no strangers this night. There's reason to believe the fish is bad. What, poppycock? I've never heard such an outrageous accusation. I'm not trying to make things up, I'm trying to help you. There is nothing wrong with the lake water. Fellow, it's been perfectly fine for centuries. I have proof of what I'm saying, look at these documents. These are merely the ramblings of a malcontent. Nothing to take seriously. I don't trust you. I'm trying to see who have I not broken the news to yet. Also, I do need to get into here, don't I? Password for the chest. This child's locked the door to his bedroom. I hear him pacing about. I better not disturb him any further. Now the room is vacant, I'm free to explore it. Area to store under things and other small items of clothing. Tranquil scene of lily flower to a lake. In a lake. Looks oriental. Already seen that. Guest double bed, but now only used by one person by the looks of it. Mannequin. I think we've already... Oh, hold on, mirror. There's some sheet music on the other side of the mirror. I bet it's what Isabel was looking for. I wonder why Penelope had it. Oh, I need to tell him, don't I? Fascinating, but we don't drink water from the lake. But you do eat fish that have been ingested the contaminant. True, but in my case, the whiskey protects my gastric organs. Yeah, right. It's a lily. It looks like an eye. Oh yeah, it's a water lily. Not bad. Wait, hold on. I don't know why I'm looking in here. I need to be in, I've had the sheet music! You're looking for... I can play the piano a little. Would you like to accompany me on the harp? Thank you. I'll let you know when I feel ready to play it again, Sam. Now is not the time. Nice. You sure it's not the time? Okay. Where to now? Pirate thing. This must be the rock Edith referred to in her riddle. A rock by the lake when the moon is high will tell no lie. I should inspect it. Pushing the rock slightly, a plate with a jumble of letters is revealed. The moonlight highlights specific letters. I can make her out the two names written as one. Marguerite Crystal. That's 17 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, that's 17. Oops. Wait, where was it? Here. I went crystal. It's 17 letters long. I wrote it down anyway, but could be his daughter's names, or possibly a reference to the pearl and crystal skull, or possibly even both. I arranged the letters accordingly, and the chest opens. I find a diary or the book of secrets inside the chest. I should take it to Isabel. Let's go. I managed to open the chest to get the diary you wanted. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know how I can ever repay you. I wish I could help you find your family. Samuel, wait a minute. I've made up my mind. I am so grateful for all you've done for me. I am ready to play the duet again, but this time, not to soothe my fragile nerves, but to rejoice. Will you accompany me? I hope it's not too difficult. I have to admit that I have not played the piano for some time. Fear not, it is a simple ditty. My skills as a harpist are not immaculate. Here is the music for the piano section. Thank you. Oh, I skipped it. Whoops. What was that? What was what? I heard a noise from the east, I think. Sounded like a heavy stone object moving. I heard nothing, I'm afraid. Music has an extraordinary calming effect on me. I'll investigate. Stay here in case there's any danger. Danger? Why on earth would there be any danger? Just stay here, please. This is quite remarkable. A secret door has opened at the back of one of the pillars. Whether or not the music has activated the door's mechanism, I cannot tell. There's a lot of bleeding down. I should explore. Alright. In the dim light, I just about make out a ladder leading down. Even in my haste, I make sure to descend the ladder slowly. While my eyes are still adjusting to the low light level, I notice a thick smell of bleach amid the odor of mold. I wonder what they're having to clean to use so much of a cleaning chemical. A torch flickers, but my eyes are still adjusting. I can see bars and chains. In one corner of the room, I can see what appears to be an Iron Maiden. And then I see my family. My darling wife and children are caged like zoo animals. After an emotional reunion, despite the bars that separate us, the children's faces begin to transition from terror to hope, and Steph, despite being in obvious pain, puts on a brave face. Oh, Samuel found us! I knew you wouldn't give up. I will only be happy when I get you out of here. What happened? We got lost and a woman told us she would help us. She gave us something to eat and drink, which must have been drugged because the next thing I know, we were trapped here. That must have been Charlotte. Whatever her name was, she had us duped. And more people came. More people? Yes. Oh no. What is it? They're up there. Ah, I see you managed to find your family. You should never have come here. Now that you have, we can't allow you to leave. I don't know what you mean. But I can assure you we'll never mention you to anyone. We have seen the visions. I know in the world outside people are jealous of the Denison heritage. Seek to take our home from us. Make it their own. Only Isabel is innocent. She lives in limbo in this mansion. I had just been swimming in the lake when I saw your wife and children. Straight away I knew. They were agents of our enemies. Spies. There's something in the water affecting your mind. You must believe me. I didn't want to believe you were a spy, but the more you protest, the more I am certain of it. We mean you no harm. We didn't even know you live here. Speak no more, for you have been judged, and upon this matter we will not be budged. The secret door is slammed. Harry, you're going to get us out of this horrible place, aren't you? Yes, Sophie, I will get you out of here. If anyone can do it, our father can. I appreciate the vote of confidence, son. Now let me get a look around here and see what I can do. Alright, so that's... Rip is covered in blood and skin fragments, some of it fresh. Cool. Maybe I can make use of this. I've heard all sorts of hideous things about these devices, but there seems to be a lack of evidence as to them really being used as torture devices. However, there is blood in this one. Helpless victims can be manacled to the walls with these. My daring wife? I assume it should be darling wife. There's a prisoner here in this dastardly cage. I must find a way to free her. Well, the children are trapped in this cage. Decision time. Assuming we manage to get out of here, I find myself wondering just how much to tell my children. Wait until they're a bit older, then tell them the truth. That seems like a fair choice. Back up to the ground floor of the mansion. Sadly, I have no help right now as the door is locked tight. Alright, what have I got? Can I get the torch? Torchlight may be there mainly to terrify those trapped in here even more, or just for the benefit of one or more Sadists who come down here. Let's see what I can interact with right now. That's not quite right. Doesn't work. There's something odd about one of the spikes, however, I can't put my finger on it. However, I need to free my family before I see if there's any significance. Although the hinges of this door are quite rusty, they are still strong enough to withstand the efforts to force the door open. I always have the cage door, resulting in a bruised shoulder, but I think the door is loosened a little. After my several attempts at busting the door open, it becomes clear that the only real damage being done is to my shoulder. Make sure the lock doesn't have a key. Okay, what can I do? Wrench? Okay, I can't. Oh, there's a lock. Okay. Try picking the lock with a nail file, but as I've never tried it before, I'm not surprised when I fail. I'm sure what that will accomplish. I don't know what to do right now. Haven't got any ideas? Rope. And then... Ah! Okay. It's a whip, but I wrap the whip around the bar and pull the rusty hinges just enough for my children to squeeze through. We do the same with the other door. Pull together and release Steph. Now how can we get out of here? Some of the spikes are shorter than the others, their tips are chipped off. I try pushing some of the flat spikes. I think there's some movement, but I don't have the strength to move them with just my hands. Then use a wrench. Using the adjustable spanner to tightly grip each flat spike, I managed to force back each one. When the last one is pushed in, the Iron Maiden slowly slides in, so it slides to the side, revealing a passageway. I tell my family to follow me closely, with Steph and I holding their hands tightly. I tell them to close their eyes and hold their noses. I have a horrible feeling that I know where this passage leads to. As I suspect, the passage hidden by the Iron Maiden leads into the cave. William and Sophie keep their eyes shut tight as I instructed them to. Steph doesn't comment on what she sees. After all she has been through, it isn't that much of a surprise. Finally, we get out of that terrible place and into the fresh air. I try to decide which direction to head in. Sound of snapping twig. Who's there? Oh, thank goodness you escaped. We didn't know where you'd gone, your lordship. We decided to get out and as far away from here as possible. Contact the police and get them to search for you. Oh, it's you. What a relief. I thought the family had escaped and were going to wreak their revenge upon us. Escaped? As I caught sight of them coming out of the pool house. Not sure what they were doing in there, but I followed them. They all went into the dining room and I locked the door on them. I see. Another key they didn't know you had, I presume. Yes, I'm quite a collection, in fact. Then I scarpered. It was always my intention to leave the mansion at the earliest rational moment once I found my heirloom. Or as it turns out, once you had found it. I assume you're eager to get out of here as I am. If you come with me, I can lead you to the nearest town. It's quite a trek, but I have a map and a compass. Stick with me and you'll get there okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I fully trust this. I'm a little bit like, is this a trap? We'd be most obliged. Is Francesca not with you? Yes, we wouldn't leave without Franny. I'm here, sir. Those of us unaffected by the madness join forces to escape. I only wish we could have been of more help to you and your family. But you seem to disappear. We couldn't find you anywhere. Music is loud. It's a long story. Let's get away from this place. Close your eyes, children. Gary, do we really have to come this way? Sorry, I should have mentioned that I intended to give Paul a proper burial. At the very least, he deserves. So here you all are. Isabel, did you decide to come with us? May I ask what you're doing with Colonel Fitzpatrick's Enfield? The rifle owned by Lady Charlotte's late husband. Good idea, we might need protection. Oh no. Oh, my dear, sweet, innocent girl. You are too naive. I shall almost rue sending you back to your maker. My dear woman, I know you're consumed with grief about your children, but... Grief? You think it is grief I feel most? No, it is anger. Intense anger and hate. Yet more French blood spilled at the hands of the English. Even worse was their own father. I should never have married him. I have known for years what the family was doing, but pretended to be so wrapped up in my grief I had no idea what was going on. My scheme worked too. One after another was killed, I was satisfied that the blood debt was being paid. How could you? You should understand that more than anyone. How many French lives have been lost in wars with the English? What is happening here is merely a different kind of war. I view myself more English than French. I was only 5 when my parents moved over here. After 5 more, they were dead. Oh, this is slightly loud. Let me just turn this down slightly for this section. There we go. Ungrateful girl. Who was it that saved you from the life on the streets? If you are more English than French, then I mourn not your demise. No, don't shoot her! That of a musket shot rings out.
When Isabel fired the shot, Molly pushed Francesca away and took the bullet herself.
Oh.
Before anyone could react, Penelope appeared, took the spade we'd been about to use to dig Paul's grave, and swung it at Isabel's head. I suspect Penelope had decided that Isabel was to blame for what happened to the children, either directly or indirectly, but we never found out for sure. From that point onwards, Penelope refused to speak. Under the circumstances, she was not sent to prison, but rather to an asylum. I have heard these establishments are starting to become places of healing rather than torment. For Isabel's sake, I hope so.
Oh, I need to turn it back up now. Alright.
Molly was severely injured, but eventually made a full recovery.
I wonder what my choices are going to lead to.
Never left her side. They were as inseparable as twin sisters.
Hey, Molly survived. Nice.
Gary disappeared almost as soon as we reached civilization, but reappeared shortly afterwards, a considerably wealthy man. To everyone's surprise, Gary and Francesca married shortly after Molly had recovered, with Molly as the maid of honor. I was both astonished and honored when Gary wrote to me asking me to be his best man, but he said that finding his heirloom had changed his entire life, so he could think of no better man for the job.
Spoilers fair.
When the police turned up at the mansion, Giles answered as if nothing had happened. After the authorities had no more questions for him, he simply vanished and was never heard of again. I suspect he made his way back to Scotland and found a job with a family there, or perhaps as a taster at a whiskey distillery.
Yeah.
Despite everything, the Denison
maybe a better job for him.
Afford the best lawyers in the land, but even they couldn't stop the remainder of the family from being committed to a lunatic asylum. Although they had committed such atrocities, I felt some sympathy for them, as the corruption that had entered into them was not of their own making. Isabel, once her head injury from Penelope's attack had healed, joined them.
So the corruption within is not in the house. It's within the body, with the strange chemical.
As for the lake, it was said that military and government officials have been swarming around it ever since. I sincerely hope that this is to make the area completely safe, and not to obtain the substance in those barrels for some nefarious purpose. Despite the terror they endured, William and Sophie grew up to be fine young people, and our friends often commented that they were a credit to Steph and myself. All of us sometimes have bad dreams, but at least you can wake up from those.
Based on the decisions I made, my life was affected in different ways. Scientists at the Royal Botanical Gardens at the Kew study, the purple shrub I bought back from the lakeside and find trace elements of the substance from the lake. Extra precautions are taken by officials at the lake. Nice. The missing Salmon Peace Diary becomes an exhibit at the South Kensington Museum, later renamed the Victoria and Albert Museum. Literature professors across the country desperately scramble for the privilege of studying it. I give the letter from Lord Dennyson's study as evidence, and the family fail to notice that the letter in the study is my copy until it is too late for their defense lawyers to take any action. An investigation is launched which uncovers that the police chief has accepted bribes from multiple sources. The police chief and several accomplices are imprisoned, and I become a national hero. I inform the Mexican embassy about the crystal skull they found in a secret room of the mansion. They are most grateful, but their legal battle to get the artifact back drags for decades. I tell my children the whole truth about their horrible ordeal, but I wait until they are a little older. They appreciate my candor, but also giving them extra time to gain the maturity needed to process this information. There was a total of 5 decision moments throughout the game. Have you come upon them all? I think so. The Corruption Within! That was a cute little game. Much like Void Breach, I had fun with that. I don't know if Cosmic Void's still here, but if you are, thank you for... Yes, there you are! Thank you for making such a wonderful game. There I am! It's my name! God a Mountain! Hey, Scum and Villainy, I know them. See if there are any other people I know here. I'm just scanning the names now. Adventure Game Geek, I'm pretty sure I know. Okay. Missed the entire game. I'm afraid so, guys. Don't. See, I thought it would be a perfect game for a one-off, and 3 hours, spot on. Yeah, the VOD will stay up so you can have a look at my reaction to the portrait. To be fair, I think I had seen it before. So like, yeah. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making the game as well. All right then. Is that it? Can I do anything else with this? Or I just have to skip. Ah, there we go. So, yes, that was The Corruption Within by Cosmic Void. I had fun with that. I've got all the achievements as well, hell yeah. Okay, let me switch over to here. And I'm gonna... Okay, so a couple of things. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. It's going to be the Scarf and Witch Pizza Pie, the Discord event that we do every second Friday of each month. We're going to be playing some Unreal Tournament. I will, you know, just join the Discord to if you want to be involved with that. It's going to be a fun time. We're trying to make it work. Are you having trouble getting Unreal Tournament working? And we will discuss if so weird. And also on Saturday, I think I'll be continuing Ace Attorney with Itamar. So another couple of streams this week. Runs before the patch thing you sent. Huh. All right. Let's send a. Hold on. Let me send a raid over to. I mentioned Scum and Villainy. They are streaming right now. So why not? Hey, they are playing Rocky? I don't know how to pronounce that. Rocky? R-O-K-I with an umlaut over the O. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow for another stream. See you Saturday for another stream. And bye everybody. Let's get this raid going. And I will see you all very soon.